Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sink 3-pointers, money shots all net, all vets. Bums we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop, dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept the storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting on magnetic fields and interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree. In the wilderness of North Mex, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson.
The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers, fabric softener. Jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch storage type. For that soft white, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, that scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Best.
TV.
This day, to this day.
Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sink 3-pointers, money shots all net, all vets. Bums we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop, dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept the storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting on magnetic fields and interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree. In the wilderness of North Mex, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson.
The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers, fabric softener. Jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch storage type. For that soft white, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, that scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Bless.
Crumb TV.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. And that song that you just heard right there, that is the Theta Waves featuring the Twin Pillars, Red and Blue. All right, check it out. We getting closer and closer to the day when that will become yours. You will have the opportunity to own that song and everything that comes with it. Please just know that we are working arduously behind the scenes on clearances and other things so we don't catch a lawsuit or they don't take it down. And yeah, that part, you know what I'm talking about? So welcome everyone on this beautiful Monday. You are now rocking with the best. You are in the building with the family. What's happening? How's everybody doing? First and foremost, shout out to every single person who was with us last night, the final episode, the final session of Imaginarium 90-day workshop. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. I remember when it started. I was in that bitch at 2 a.m. with me. I think we did 7 hours. But it was fire. Original Black God came through, gave us that sauce. You know what I'm talking about? Original Black God came through, sprinkled that sauce on everybody. Now, I'm sure everybody ready to make movies and whatnot. He definitely came and delivered. He came, he saw, and he delivered. You know what I mean? And we are very grateful for that. We are very thankful for that. We are very honored to be a part of that session. Salute to my good brother, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, we're gonna keep cooking, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna keep cooking. For all of the KTLians, shout out to everybody that's signing up to the to our school, you know what I'm saying? With your continuation of your excellence. Shout out to everybody that is on school. Yeah, man, we about to turn up on school an extra notch. School is about to shift into a paid platform. We had the platform open. Shout out to everybody that got in. You will be, you'll have your grandfather status. We have goals. We want to increase our membership into the thousands, because at the end of the day, being a native platform that does AI in the conscious community, it should be way more than 200 members. Shout out to the 200 members in the building. But yeah, I got goals and whatnot. I'm looking for 2,000, the minimum. You know what I mean? 2,000 the minimum. Shout out to all of my Patreons as well. We got a lot of Patreons signing up. Everybody that was in the building earlier today with the good brother Hey Rue. All right, brother Hey Rue with the Monday class. We went live on Patreon for maybe the first time. I believe that we're live on Patreon again. That is something that we will be doing a lot of. Shout out to all of the Patreons, everybody that's been supporting and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, the Patreon, that's real serious, because at the end of the day, y'all are literally voting with your dollars. Y'all are literally pulling up and, just expressing your thankfulness, because there's ways to express thankfulness, and y'all definitely understand the assignment. So salute to everybody signing up to the Patreon. Let's get those numbers up. You know what I'm talking about? Let's build those numbers up. Let's build the numbers up in the school and whatnot, and let's do what we need to do. Because at the end of the day, if you could show me where you'll get this type of value in other places. I'll go and sign up to those places, and I'll give them whatever they're asking for. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be asking for maybe 10x or 20x to what's being asked right here. I was watching JT the Pocket Watcher a few of those episodes this weekend. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't want to be messy and whatnot. I try my best to stay in my lane, and I don't stick my nose into places where it doesn't belong and whatnot. But bro, I need a head count, because they going in, you know what I mean? And I don't want to get petty and do the tit for tat, because it really is not that serious. But the month of, what is that, May? The month of May was basically I hate the conscious community month. If I told you how many goddamn corners on YouTube I ran into where they were having these seances, they were having these goddamn they was basically having these goddamn these hate parties. It started with Nature Boy, but then it started to spread and whatnot. But let's talk about the EYL alumni. Let's talk about the people from the financial community and the shit that they done came up in this bitch and did since 2020. My goodness. Oh my God. I had no idea. For everybody that went out there and was trying to follow the lifestyle. Y'all wanted to hop out of rentals and everything. Boy, they cooked y'all. I think this is like some post-polite type shit. You would have thought that somebody would have, like, you know what I mean? But boy, they had their way with y'all. They had they Atlanta, the Atlanta scammers. Man, they done pillaged the whole black community. The way that it looks, according to some of these channels, the fleecing that they've been doing, hundreds of thousands from people, millions of certain people. It's a lot of Fed cases. It's about 5 different Fed cases, bro. You know what I mean? They taking these boys down. You know what I'm talking about? So discernment is so important these days. Oh my good. I mean, what the internet has turned into, this has become the wild, wild west. This has become this is basically where chains and get snatched and pockets get. This is 42nd Street in the 80s to some of these criminals. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas is having their way. It don't matter, woman or man. I seen Stormy Wellington the other day. She's like the you know what I'm talking about? She probably got the Burger King crown for this shit. And she was like, yeah, the FCC gave me a sentence. I can't say that I can help people make money for 20 years. That's her probation and shit. She can't get on the internet and say she made $1. Well, not that she ain't make $1. She can't say that she made other people money and whatnot. That's out of the equation now. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a lot of shit. And that don't got nothing to do with me. That's literally like, that's like the new reality. That's like the new Housewives of Atlanta type shit. It's just, it's real reality, but it's really like, this is a new genre. I would call it disaster porn, or, because Nature Boy fits into that. It's not true crime. Well, it is true crime, but it's like, what would that genre be called? If anybody in the audience knows what that genre be called, it's the genre where black people get taken down. Those videos go viral. The new cottage industry of exposing black people for their crimes. You know what I'm talking about? What is that genre called? I would love to know, because that shit is kind of hot right now. That shit is on fire. You know what I'm talking about? The bullshit genre. That genre is on fire right now. You know what I'm talking about? They coming out with 50-part series on shit, 40-part series, But it is sticky. What does sticky mean? It means that if you catch wind of it, 9, maybe 7 times out of 10, it could get you stuck to it. You'll be like, damn, what is this about? Let me, what's happening? If they put the video together with the hook in the beginning and something in the middle, if they layer it right, your ass is stuck. You're gonna go through all parts, But all I get, if I watch 100 of those videos, all I walk away with is, bro, you should have known better. I told y'all before, and I'm not, once again, here's my disclaimer. I'm not hating the boys over there. Those, you know, I don't got no issue with them. But I remember specifically the last gripe that I had when we went to that convention center and millionaires was walking around. No, I think the man called himself a billionaire. They was walking around ice grilling niggas. This is a black man with a shit face looking at other businessmen like with a mug. And then you got billionaires walking around and they're not buying nothing. Like, why are you even here, fam? They on the stage. If you a billionaire and you on the stage in front of 30,000 melanated people, my nigga, and you don't pull up a plan on the prompter or on the projector, what are you doing there? You're a billionaire. There's nothing to talk about. You can't tell us, no, these are the 5 things that I do. I don't care about that shit, bro. I don't care about none of that. What the hell do you have planned for these 30,000 people that's sitting in front of you, and a lot of them got 800 credit and they got some bands on them? Nigga, you're talking about your life? We don't care. You wrote books about that. You're a billionaire. We're in Atlanta. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? They booking. I seen the roster for this year. I'm like, what is this? This shit look like 106 in Park. What are we doing? Where's the billionaires with the plans? Why are they eluding EYL every year? How are they eluding them so good? How are they hiding from their fucking publicists? Because they can't find these niggas. They're not on those stages. Name one video that went viral where a billionaire or even a millionaire got up there and was like, I got a plan. And these are the steps of my plan. Pull out your phone, scan the QR code. Let's start right now. There's more people that went to jail that was on those stages like P. Diddy that really never got publicly denounced. I might have missed it, but I didn't hear nobody throw that nigga under the bus over on that side. There's more Finesse, the nigga Unemployed, the podcast Rich and Unemployed. There's a bunch of niggas that's in jail right now that was sitting on them couches. So what's the value of these people that y'all call billionaires getting on them stages? To take pictures? Yo, follow me on Twitch. What are you doing? Like, what's the purpose? I really want to know. I really want to know. Now I understand why why people be, you know, I get it now in hindsight. When I take a step back and I look and I'm like, wait a minute, there's no movement coming from these camps. There's no movement coming from the whole what they call the financial movement. I can name 1,000 names because they spawned like gremlins. If so many people was doing what they said that they doing, where's the progress? Like, what the hell came out of that? You know who got rich when they scam black people? You know who benefits? Louis, Phipps Plaza, Lenox Mall, the Louis store, the Gucci store. They catching all of the money from niggas selling fentanyl, killing people. They catching all of the money from them dirty ass strippers. They catching all of the money from the stick up kids. They catching all of the money from the quote unquote drug dealers. They catching all of the money from the scammers. That's who that is who, and of course the car dealership, and definitely the liquor store. That's who site and Icebox. Those are the entities that are literally cashing out on all of the fuckery going on in Black America right now, specifically Atlanta, but definitely everywhere else. They're scamming people. I don't know who's scamming people. I have no idea. I just hear about it on the internet. But people allegedly is getting caught for 100 bands, 150 bands, 500 bands, 1 million And what is and then when I read the paperwork, the only thing that I see is these dudes was on trips buying jewelry and clothes. You don't see nothing innovative. Yo, he opened up a bot farm. This nigga took the money, went to the dark web and started getting all type of shit. You know, he funded a virus. Like, you don't see no type of destro activities, no Cobra Commander, no Dr. Mindbender shit. You know what I'm talking about? Sneakers and jewelry. Yeah. That's just it's just an observation. Like, I am not going to take up the mantle and turn into the, you know what I mean? You ain't going to see me do a spinoff of JT the Pocket Watcher. Like, I don't care. But I definitely want to ask questions because they need to be answered. You know what I'm talking about? They need to be, since everybody got questions these days, I would love to know what the hell is going on with that community and what the fuck, what are they on? Because they spawned the fucking Dr. Cheyenne Bryants of the world. They spawn chicks like this. They're spawning shit right now. I promise you. These wannabe rappers, they just want to be, these niggas want to be section couch standers and everything. They want to stand on couches next to rappers, and bro, what a waste of time. What a waste of energy. What a waste of potential, I would say. We're talking financial. We're not talking about somebody that came along and said, I cure AIDS, I cure herpes, I cure cancer. Then we're not talking about somebody that came along and said, I'm going to help you learn about who you are from a molecular level. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about somebody that said, yo, I could do a reading on you with your palm and everything, and I could show you some shit that you probably never knew. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about people who came along and said, I could fix your credit. I could get you lit. I could turn you up. That's what we're talking about. And, you know, if that's the case, we should have more motion as a community, because community-wise, we had to watch niggas buying people groceries and everything and all of that hype that you know what I mean? We watched all of the clout chasing. So if we got to see all of that, then tag me in the videos where shit is getting built up. And I don't care about building houses and building little divisions, and that's cool and everything, but nah, polite messed that up. I don't even trust nobody with a hard hat on standing outside, you know what I'm saying, on a construction site. Nah, I ain't going for it. That's not that's cute and everything, but no. So that's it. Let us continue. Let's go ahead and do the roll call. See who's in the building and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see who's in the building. We in the building, gang. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful Monday. What a way to start the week, right? Or rather the strong. Before I even forget, while y'all getting yourselves together and whatnot, let me do a few announcements. We got a few announcements to make tonight. There's some important things that need to be brought up. First and foremost, Techno Bowl is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It don't matter if you in El Segundo. It don't matter if you in Boise, Idaho. It don't even matter if you're on the dark side of the moon, my genius. If you could get Wi-Fi, you're going to tap in, because we are about to make another classic. We did one last month with Dr. Vicky Hamilton. We finna do it this month again. Me and Spin City turning up digital cloning and advertising at Spin City headquarters. We're going to be live streaming to the world. If you don't have your ticket, what are you waiting for? Huh? Like, for real. What are you even waiting for? Techno Bowl IRL, the blue QR code right there in the corner. Scan that with your phone. Get the ticket. We still looking for, if you in Atlanta and you want to volunteer, we have 4 tickets available for volunteers. You don't got to pay nothing at the door. All you got to do is be able to make it out there. But we're looking for volunteers. And when I say volunteers, we just need somebody to probably hold the door down, or we just need somebody to help out when we're doing things, because we, you know, when you're teaching and you're dealing with that type of, you're talking to the internet and you're talking to real life people, you can't troubleshoot other things. I'm not, you know, we're not octopuses. So if you want to get in for the love, but you will be a volunteer, then go ahead and get your ticket. You know what I mean? If you're getting off of work and you want to tap into some AI and you want to upskill, you want to sit somewhere for a few hours and learn something that would have probably cost you $1,000 to learn, because the white boys is taxing. You're not walking into none of their venues to learn anything about this gold rush without paying the price. You know, they're not doing that. You got to pay. So we are offering the opportunity to our community. When you see us rock, because we will be moving around, moving and grooving, sliding and gliding and whatnot. When you see us suited up, just know that the price that they got is not your price. You know what I'm talking about? You got the love price. We taxing them for what they did to the Cold Crush brothers. They're going to be taxed 10x. You feel me? All right. We got Brooklyn in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to New York. I heard y'all about to go crazy and whatnot when them Knicks win. Gary, Indiana. We got AZ in the building. Seattle in the building. Miami in the building. DMV in the building. Dayton in the building. North Las Vegas is in the building. DFW, the Gas House. Pasadena. We got Chicago in the building. Greensboro is in the building. Nashville is in the building. KCM. Kansas City, Missouri in the building. Boston in the building. Buffalo. Griselda. Ireland in the building. Chicago in the building. Dorfley Land, Kansas in the building. Southeast DC up in this building. LT Aliens up in this building. Lafayette, what up? New Bedford is in the building. KCMO up in this thing. Portland is in the building. Bakersfield is in the building. Kansas City is in the building. Long Beach, Mississippi. What you got to say about that, Cali? What up, cuz? Yeah, Long Beach, Mississippi, cuz. Yeah, that part, cuz. Yeah, Melbourne, Australia up in this biatch. Shout out to Vero Beach. Raleigh in the building. We got St. Thomas up. Virgin Islands. Is it still Carnival? We want to come to the Carnival. Far Rockaway. Hey, Far Rockaway in the building. Yo, Far Rockaway, you know a brother named Homo out there? Is he home? Homo? You know about him? Houston in the building. Nashville in the building. Gainesville in the building. Scotland in the yard. We have Scotland in the yard. Gainesville in the building. Shout out to Gainesville. Florida. Shout out to the Florida family. Look. We got some announcements to make about this Florida date coming up and whatnot. So we'll wait for certain people to fill into the building, because we don't want to necessarily, make an announcement and everybody is not her, right? But yeah, Techno Tuesdays, IRL, finna be lit. You know what I'm talking about? Finna be a movie. So definitely pull up in the building, because we looking for you and we got something for you. And you're going to get it when you pull up. You're going to get what you came for. Bet that. You'll be walking out of there with a digital clone, and you're going to be walking out of there with a plan on how to market either your product or your services the 2026 way, the June 2026 way, because literally it keeps changing every other day because of the apps that are coming out. The way to do these things is either getting more easier, or it's becoming more automated. It is. Kings Point, New York. Is that near Kings Plaza by any chance? That's where the Russians be at. South side of H-Town. Shout out to H-Town. All right. Shout out to Mississippi in the building. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of videos, a lot of clips. I did not do Saturday Night Live. I did not do Sacrilegious Sundays. Yesterday was Imaginarium. Fear of a Black or More Messiah, that was postponed. That was pushed into June, so Blue Pill could get on top of that and do what he needs to do, because he got bars and whatnot. And we'll be doing a show very soon, so he could basically let y'all know what he's working with, and you know what I'm saying, and bust his gun a little something, get it off, get his thing off. You know what I mean? That's always important. So yeah, we looking forward to that. In the meantime, between time, I've been uploading classic episodes of Fear of a Black and More Messiah. Can I get anybody in the building who had the opportunity to see the one that I did in Brooklyn in 2016 and the one that I did with Rich that was 5 hours in 2016? From a scale of 1 to 10, and dead ass, like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't flatter me because I don't need no gas. I'm on electric, man. Do not flatter me, respectfully. Just give me the truth. For on a scale of 1 to 10, because you know, I don't want the algorithm to tell me nothing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want real human beings. We got to keep it human. You know what I mean? That's a new thing. Yo, keep it human, son. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a thing in the future. Come on, son, keep it human. You sounding like GPT, nigga. You sound like Andrew. You sounding like Anthropic, son. Nah, keep it human. Nah, but keep it human. On a scale of 1 to 10, can I get a rating on those pieces right there from a scale of 1 to 10? We're talking about prophecies and shit like that. Like, how did that shit, did it age badly or did it age good? We talking 10 years later. You know what I'm talking about? We talking 10 years later. You know what I mean? The boy was talking and whatnot. I don't know. The boy was talking though. That's what I heard. That allegedly he was talking. So how we looking? You know what I mean? Because these are some of the things that, you know, some things you just can't fake. You can't fake telling the motherfucking story 10 years later unless I am the Illuminati. I mean, that could be a thing. I you know what I'm saying? Only the future can tell. You know what I'm talking about? This whole time, I could be a motherfucking alien. I could be P45 or one of them niggas. Like, who knows? You know, the whole twin thing is a lie. It's just two aliens. But on a scale of 1 to 10, talk black to me. You know, we had classic ad libs in there and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? I was in rare form. But yeah, from a scale of 1 to 10, let's see where we at. 1, 2, and 3 was the at least a 9 on each. Thank you. 10. Our truth is priceless. Okay, age well. 10 out of 10. All right, cool. It was a classic. Yes, a 9, a solid 9. Oh shit, a 15, an 8 out of 10. Yes. I like all that. I'm taking all that. You know what I mean? And I'm even open for suggestions. But I mean, you know, it was 10 years ago. Hopefully I changed up my it was a little bit of profanity. There's a lot of passion. You know what I'm talking about? I would say that things have changed a little bit. You know what I mean? I would say that things have upgraded. I don't curse that much. If I do curse, it's you know, it's a little tempered. But yeah, I was even watching it like I was like, what the heck? I was you know what I mean? Who is this kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost forgot it was me for a minute. 99.9. See, there you go, Autumn. She pulled right up to the Texaco. That's BP oil right there. But I ain't mad. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, I ain't mad. She hit me with the 99.9, boy. Woo! That's that Texaco. That's that gas. Man. So let's get right into it, my niggas. It's a Royal Rumble going on right now in the hood, my nigga. Y'all might be like, what the hell is going on? Listen, we gonna start it off with Dr. Bryant. Fuck that. I was gonna warm up and build it up. Nah, let's get right out the gate. Dr. Bryant done went nuclear, my niggas. Now, this is a unique one right here because I cannot stand this nigga Torre. So she might have caught a body for the team. I cannot stand if there's a human being on this planet that your boy cannot stomach like that. It's this nigga Torre. I don't know what it is. But ever since MTV days, boy, he has not been my cup of tea. You feel me? It's some dudes that I know that if I just talk to, I might go ahead and two-piece them. It's some niggas that I'll debate. It's some people that I'll laugh it off with. But it's some people that I will two-piece. You know what I mean? If we get in a slight argument on some Reggie shit, Torre is one of them niggas, bro. I will two-piece Torre just off of like 3 minutes of talking to him because he has a very sassy, aggressive way about him. And I don't have nothing against sassy, aggressive niggas and whatnot. But he's mad passionate about his sassiness. So she caught wind of that today and just went in on that nigga. And allegedly they had a podcast together. I think that if anybody wants to send Torre a resume, he might be looking for a new co-host. Cause yeah,
more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle, and it comes at
Torre, you're very gentle. Wait. That's right, girl. You don't need no fucking license. Talk to these niggas. No wonder she don't want you niggas to find her license. She called this nigga gentle. Hold on, this is the internet.
angle that doesn't always work for people.
Let's just stop and go.
Then he proceeds to go gentle. She called this nigga a Gentile, right? But he didn't drop his nuts. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't drop it. He didn't drop it. He didn't say that, you know what I mean? He didn't say, those charges are unfounded. You know what I mean? He didn't say that you can't pin that on me. No, he didn't do that. He went right into being gentle. Yeah, he went right into being gentle.
Go back. Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on.
For people.
Let's just stop and go back. Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
if I send you that, just know I'm about to get gentle on your ass. Yeah. I'm about to go super sassy on you niggas. If I send you this, let's just stop it. Yeah, I'm finna go sassy on you.
Stop. Let's just stop and go back. Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
First of all, Teray, first of all, Teray.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
We spent the whole meeting. Let's investigate this shit. Like, let's take this shit apart piece by piece. First of all, they got Frank Ski in the building. Frank is like, what the fuck am I? What the hell did I just stumble upon? Then he said we had a meeting on this. Okay, Torre, you had a meeting with Cheyenne. Let's just call it a doc right now. You had a meeting with the doc about cutting you off. What did you have a meeting about? Huh? Yeah, he said we had a meeting about this. You're violating the meeting.
Teray, first of all, Teray,
why don't you let me?
Yo, them soy burgers from Subways, the soy heroes. Yeah, you might want to avoid those. Yeah, those soy the soy burgers. Yeah. Stick to the bean burgers, my niggas. Let's stay out of Seven Nandas. You know what I'm talking about? Heavy on the soy, my niggas. Heavy on the soy.
Stop the show. I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me? We're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to host up.
Voice when you're talking to me. Lower your fucking voice when you're talking to me. Because you're
lower your fucking voice. Excuse me, Doc. Lower your fucking voice. You're on the internet, ma'am. You know what I'm talking about? Hello. Lower your fucking voice. Okay. Yeah. It gets better. Yeah, this is the doctor with no diploma. No wonder. You know what I'm talking about? No wonder she wants to tell niggas to lower their fucking voice. Doctors don't do that.
You're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Teray, you talk to your.
This is the problem. It's 2026. Are you serious, Doc? Is this a diagnosis? There's a problem for black men being sassy? Oh man, they about to eat her up over there on in the village.
Wife like that, you don't talk to me like that. I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife.
So here we have a licensed therapist, allegedly, right? Who, in all of the Dr. Umar-ness of the world, her job is to diagnose people, not necessarily to attack them. Because that's what doctors spend 18 years in school to temper themselves and calm their nervous system so they could deal with people with mental health issues and sassy niggas and not hit them below the belt. That's not doctor talk. How did you spend so many years in school and this is all you got to say to a nigga acting sassy? I'm not your wife. Knock it the fuck off. She could have diagnosed him a little bit better, man. I mean, goddamn it, I'm sure her Calendly is popping right now. I'm sure they running and banging her door down for some motherfucking sessions after this.
I'm not your wife, Softy. Don't talk to me like that. You talk.
I'm not your wife, Softy. She got some ass bars.
Talk to your wife like that, not me. Teray, talk to your wife like that. Do not talk to me like that.
Don DeMarco.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that.
Hold
talk
on,
to your
Doc.
wife like that.
Doc, hold on.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Ooh. She's sassy.
You better tap into your gentleness and real quick.
Did she tell this? Listen. Did she just tell this nigga to tap into his gentleness? Yo, sassy niggas around the world is probably going crazy right now. She's breaking the codes.
We ready?
I've been ready. Been ready.
Oh,
Wrap this up?
Quiet.
Yes, as I was doing.
And then we'll speak off camera. Here we go.
Approach me. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that.
Hold
talk
on,
to your
Doc.
wife like that.
They muted his
Doc,
mic.
hold on.
God.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do. You better tap into your gentleness and real quick.
We ready?
I've been ready. Been ready.
Yeah,
Wrap this up?
His wife is definitely Peggy Bundy. His wife had to be that girl that was on the internet the other day talking about she had Chud on her client list. Facts. Like, that's his wife right there. The way this nigga act.
Yes, as I was doing.
And then we'll speak off camera.
She
Here we
straightened
go.
that boy right on up. She straightened that boy right on up, huh? He ain't had nothing to say. Straightened that nigga right on up. He was looking for the testosterone, couldn't find it. That's this is a PSA against soy niggas. Yeah, he was looking for the testosterone and couldn't find it. Yeah, I seen him looking too. Yeah, she called that nigga Mr. Softy. He might as well get the food truck.
Enough, Dr. Bryant. We don't need to see no degrees. I'm looking right at your dissertations. You a doctor. Cause you said for the school got repossessed. I get it. I don't care. Just let me book a session. I've seen all I need to see. I ain't never seen Dr. Dre's credentials, but I bought the headphones. I just trusted that he was a doctor. Dr. Umar, I ain't never seen the paperwork, but I donated to the Frederick Douglass University of Soldier Board or whatever it's called. Dr. Huxtable, I don't ask no questions. This a doctor right here.
That's definitely a doctor, yo. Fuck are you talking about? Dr. Zizmore? Nigga, Dr. Pepper? That is a doctor right there, y'all, for sure. So it only gets better from here. It only gets better from here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today is the motherfucking UNROYAL Rumble. And in the next corner, all the way from Las Vegas, we have none other than Floyd Mayweather coming out of the Israeli corner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Wait, so you telling me the same people that Floyd Mayweather was standing up for are the same people that took $175 million from him? Check this out.
I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Let me explain. This is what's supposed to be Floyd Mayweather's good friend and business partner, manager, whatever, Jonah Recknitz. He is a big part of Israel, and allegedly, he is the manager who scammed Floyd out of all kind of things, but namely they took his jet. According to the lawsuit that Floyd Mayweather had put in, they wired millions of dollars into accounts that he didn't know about. And it was all behind this guy, Jonah Regnitz. And it's really crazy because Floyd was caping and standing up for Israel so much. And then to find out that the same people that he stood for scammed his pockets, according to him. And from a couple of inside sources, they're saying that guy moved in and kind of X'd out all the Floyd people around him that had been with Floyd, and he got control of everything. And according to Floyd's lawsuit, he stole money, stole property. He even took $100-something million worth of jewelry, which I don't know why you got $100 million worth of jewelry, but sold it back to jewelers for only $13 million. I don't know what the hell going on, but this is a cautionary tale. Do not trust everybody with their money, and this came back to bite Floyd in the butt, and I don't like it. What if I told you?
So Floyd Mayweather, Mr. Zionist lover, this is a cautionary tale for every single bootlicker out there, every single coon out there. If they did it to Floyd, imagine what they gonna do to you. This man right here, in the midst of everything that was going down, right? In the midst of everything, even in the heights of the Ye stuff, the height he went against Ye. He had Polite write him some shit to go against Ye. He had Polite ghost, because Polite was his ghostwriter. All of those IG posts that he was doing where he sounds slightly intellectual. Yeah, that was Michael fucking Nowak. You know what I'm talking about? He went against Black America for Israel, bro. He went over there, and all they used to do, when you go back and watch the videos, it's gonna be plain as day. He's showing off. He's wearing a diamond encrusted yarmulke. They're standing, every single person standing around him dug his pockets and stole from him. Every single one of those quote unquote snakes and whatnot bit that man. They're looking at him while he has this diamond encrusted watches and chains, and you could see the look in their eyes and whatnot. They was looking at that man like a fool, and his money will soon part, and we gonna be the niggas that will help that shit soon part. We gonna be the ones that's gonna help him part with it. And boy, oh boy, they was like, let us get him before anybody else do. You know what I'm talking about? They was like, let us book this stupid ass nigga before anybody else does. We need that money. And Floyd Mayweather just happens to be one of many of our people. I promise you, if you were to buy the rights, or if you was to buy the box set of Where Are They Now, or what they call Unsung, if you was to watch the marathon of Unsung, and you literally took your time, it's just a little bit of due diligence. You wrote down every single name of a manager that robbed one of your heroes. You wrote down the label owner. You did a research on them on Perplexity, on Gemini, Google, or on ChatGPT. And you went in there, and the first thing you say is, what is their nationality? You start with that. You write the name of the person who scammed one of your people and whatnot, one of your childhood heroes, one of the motherfucking greats, the Michaels, the Princes, the James Brown. You write their name down, and then you go and you do a cross-reference. I guarantee you 95% of the people who fleeced our people, left them penniless, left them on drugs, left them addicted. Some of them even got bodied. They come from Is It Real? Small hats. Facts. Stop playing. I hear people out here trying to cover for them and whatnot. Man, they must be getting some type of welfare from these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? It sounded like niggas is on payroll. You gotta prove to me that you not one of them. Fuck is you talking about, little nigga? You gotta prove to me that you not a devil. I seen enough. I don't trust near one of them. Fuck you mean? You gotta prove to me that they not all down with this shit. How, Sway? I've seen too much. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to trust. These are some real slippery, slimy people. They will smile in your face. They will break bread with you. They'll sit at the table with you and your family. They will be the godfather, godmother of your children. They'll even bail you out of hard body situations and whatnot, only because they're playing the long game. And when you are not looking, and when you're at your most vulnerable state, pow, right in the kisser. That's how they get down. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, they've been doing this to our people specifically for a very long time. So why are we not calling a moratorium? Niggas got a lot of smoke for like Africans and other people. What the fuck? What about these niggas? What about these niggas? What about them? I don't hear that the smoke is not, niggas don't sound smoky enough. Niggas ain't smoky enough when it comes to these people, but I promise you, these are the ones that been robbing us. Putting out the filth. Got our women into all kind of fornication. Was behind the heroin. They was behind the cocaine. They was behind the crack. They was behind prostitution. They behind gambling. They took over the when we had the policy bank. We were the policy. We were the number. We was running numbers. They came and interrupted that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then we got my boy Ray J got the fucking lights knocked out of him. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Ray J. But check this shit out.
I thought we had a plan. Damn, my nigga. I thought we had a plan. Yo, I thought we had a plan. I don't want to say too much. Nigga, we took a L tonight. Damn, my nigga. Nigga, we took a L tonight. L tonight. Nigga, we took a L tonight. We didn't take shit. Nigga, we took a L tonight. L tonight. L tonight. We didn't think you was gonna win. Wow. We didn't think you was gonna win. Wow. We didn't think you was gonna win. Nigga, we didn't think you was gonna win. I thought we had a plan. I thought we had a plan. Damn, my nigga. Damn, my nigga. I thought we had a plan. Yo, I thought we had a plan. Damn, my nigga. Nigga, we took a L tonight. Nigga, we took a L tonight. L tonight. Nigga, we took a L tonight. We didn't take shit. Nigga, we took a L tonight. L tonight. L tonight.
Raymond J. How you gonna let Super Hot Fire knock you out though, of all people? God damn. Not Super Hot Fire. So all that playing crazy, all that slick talk to Fabulous, all that fake huffing and puffing, all that rebel rousing, for what? To look like Ronda Rousey? Come on, fam. No, you can't talk tough no more. You and Blueface, they gotta be an island for niggas like this. You know what I'm talking about? They gotta be an island. We gotta ship. They need to get deported. Like, we need to start shipping niggas out, man. I know the whole thing where you was born here, yeah, but figure out a way. Talk to Trump. There needs to be an island, loser island or something. You know what I'm talking about? My guy got to straighten up. My guy got to straighten. I've only had one wish, is for you to lose that belly, my nigga, and straighten up. Get off that white girl. You know what I'm talking about? It's not looking good for you. We took an L tonight. Yeah, nigga. Man. Oh, man.
Russia and China just...
So, let's go into this. Now, remember when we were talking about... Remember we was talking about No, we'll get into the geopolitical shit after the entertainment. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's get into that. Because I don't want to go serious laugh. Let's temper this shit. You understand? Max B done lost his goddamn mind. Lord have mercy.
B, we giving you 24 hours. Tag that nigga. Tag that Windex laughing at. We giving you 24 hours because you said this.
Cause Kane and them been running since they started. They ain't stopped running.
Who, Kane?
Big Daddy Kane.
Where Kane at? I ain't see Kane. The last time you saw Big Daddy Kane.
Come on, man, don't do that shit.
Nigga, I just did 18 years like you. I ain't see Kane. Kane wasn't even on the kiosk. What is you talking about? Yeah, Big Daddy Kane. What the fuck?
And Big Daddy Kane said this, nigga.
Straight from the Brooklyn streets where they could see me at. Where it's never easy at, that's the borough we be at. Real hitters keep the strap for any type of beef or spat. Make your head tilt back like Ed a BC hat. That's where we gon' leave you at, make them take a leafy nap. Anytime that we attack, you don't want a piece of that. That thug mentality can be an aphrodisiac. But you're doing too much, homie, please relax. You make this animal damage, you animal banish. You handle you flammable like a match. You do a candle, do with words, I be a man if you plan to do any anamical action against the intangible. You must be sniffing albino. Realize I'm a G, you just Sajo. Realize that's Mike, but not Dino. Samoye, not Wino.
Nigga got to drinking some wine afterwards, Max. 24 hours, nigga, and I'm not talking none of that. Hey, babe, none of that Vaseline rap shit. Cause Kane didn't do a podcast. He didn't go and talk shit. He came and rapped. So you have to rap, Max. You just get out of Max. Yeah, you're talking at a minimum. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of laughs and not a lot of raps. French, talk to your boy. Kane said that thug mentality can be an aphrodisiac. You're doing too much. Please relax. Told that nigga he will take a leaky nap. OG said he'll handle you flammable like a match do next to a candle do and all type shit. With a goddamn Louis Vuitton satin pajama top. Hey, so Max, we gonna need that. 24 hours, just for the love of the gang. We gonna need that. Now, take them big ass veneers out when you do it, because sometimes your words be sound a little cluttery sometimes.
Now, I've been an advocate on this channel, you know, mostly on the history side, because damn near everybody of my generation know exactly who Big Daddy Kane is. You don't need Red Pill to tell you that. But I'm aware that I'm speaking to generations that have no idea about Big Daddy Kane. So I'm very glad that Max B slipped up and said some crazy shit about Big Daddy Kane, because he literally got Big Daddy Kane lit right now. The younger generation, like my son and them, I asked my son the other day, yo, you know about Big Daddy Kane? He was like, yeah, we starting to listen to this music. That shit is kind of hot. Big Daddy Kane was Jay-Z in Brooklyn before Jay-Z. Big Daddy Kane is the quote unquote progenitor to Biggie Smalls and Jay-Z. Big Daddy Kane was the biggest thing in New York City before Madonna got to his ass. Yeah, I'm talking about. He was the biggest thing coming out of New York City before Madonna got to his ass. I'm talking about, and it wasn't just New York City. He had the rap game on Super Smash. That was the chocolate, the lover boy. You know what I mean? Women loved that man. He was a ladies' man. I would say, all right, cool. Was he more of a ladies' man than Tupac? For the ladies in the house, was Big Daddy Kane more? And let's not talk about Tupac after he died, because posthumous Tupac is more like he's more like he's been lionized. So posthumous Tupac became like a saint. We're not talking about posthumous Tupac. We're talking about Tupac when he was alive. Was big because people, y'all wasn't there and whatnot. That's the Prince of Darkness. Y'all was not there. Even you young whippersnappers, y'all was not there. Ask Auntie and them. Big Daddy Kane, at his heights, was bigger than Tupac Shakur was with the ladies. Facts. 3 cuts in your eyebrows trying to wild out. Okay? They got on to Pac because he got bodied and whatnot. They was feeling Pac, but they was loving this man right here. And then when he went with Madonna, she basically spirit cooked him, and he was never the same. You know, he was never the same. Now, man, the fall from the top It was a nasty fall. Even Max B mentioned that. He was like, yo, you was hot until Madonna got to your ass and put you in the motherfucking sex book. You know what I'm talking about? You was hot until Madonna got to you and cooled your ass off. And she got to Tupac too. Think about that. Yeah, she a super succubus. She got to Tupac. She got to Biggie. No, she got to Pac. She got to Big Daddy Kane. She tried to get Drake. She got a bunch of them niggas. Real talk. But dude was definitely on top of the food chain. Yeah. And then I think LL Cool J was, LL Cool J comes a little bit after Kane, right? Like on his heels and whatnot. Cause I don't think that they was comparing those two. Nobody got that shit messed up. The only person Kane was compared to was Rakim. That was his only comparison. They wasn't even saying KRS-One. It was Kane and Rakim. That was the war that everybody wanted to see. And I think that would be the biggest, that would be the best verses. If they wanted to resuscitate verses, that would be the one. Who did he battle in verses? Who did this man battle in verses? You know? Yeah, she kissed Drake. He was about to throw up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, first Naomi creeped in. That Epstein box. First Naomi creeped in on his ass, and then she passed him around, and Madonna bit him. These are vampires. These are vampires. Yeah, the battle of the gods. Yeah, Cool J was like a Drake back then, right? How y'all like that Drake album? You know? How you like that Drake album? Yeah, that was like, you know, they got the big three. The big three was Big Daddy Kane, Rakim Allah, and who's the third? I will let y'all say it. I will see who's the third out of the big three and whatnot. Y'all give me that. Who was that? They said they ain't never touched no Drake. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That part. Yeah. KRS-One or Slick Rick. What would be the big three? KRS-One or Slick Rick? I would say, damn, that's a hard one. You know what I mean? Because Kool G Rap is more underground. He was more of an underground thing. But definitely Slick Rick or KRS-One. And then Slick Rick went to jail, and that's what stopped his run. But Slick Rick was on fire more than Kool G Rap. I would say Slick Rick was on fire more than KRS at one point. That's a fact. There's the adventures of Slick Rick. Before he got locked up for catching that body, my nigga, he was him. He was Himothy. Okay. Who battled KRS-One? Yeah, but BDP was crazy even after Scott LaRock died. BDP was crazy. Rising power to Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. The Lottie Dottie in the show. And I was trying to tell somebody this the other day because it takes two, right? Rob Bass, Easy Rock. It takes two. That shit was It Take Two was a hit for 2 summers. And so was the show. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. That's when I lived in Harlem. On. This is like 85, 84. Dougie Fresh, Lottie Dottie, and they had, remember, this was back in the days where the artist had 2 hits because the album or the tape had an A side and a B side. So On the Way to Heaven, Dougie Fresh had Joy. No, Rob Bass had Joy and Pain. Pump it up, pump it up. And then he had It Takes Two, right? Double hits. Lottie Dottie in the show was Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh coming together. This is the beginning of the real party music. This is the beginning of not just party music, block party music. It turned into like Palladium music and dance and discotheque club music. But this was the beginning of the super duper lit parties. And then after that, Bad Boy comes in 93, 92, 93 with the Bad Boy sound. And they take it from there and they run with it and they lock that shit down for about 30 years. But prior to that, that sound, the New York sound, that party sound, Big Daddy Kane, the Juice Crew and all of them, definitely. But most importantly, Harlem. Motherfucking Rob Bass, Easy Rock. Max B never had a song like that. I don't even know what he's talking about. He talking about Kane. He didn't even have a song like It Takes Two. I don't even know none of these niggas' songs. Tone Loc had the Wild Thing and Funky Cole Medina, right? Everybody, Biz Markie was definitely hot, but Biz Markie was getting Big Daddy Kane was his ghostwriter. You know, Big Daddy Kane was his ghostwriter. That's why he was all in the Vapors video and everything else. Big Daddy Kane was his ghostwriter, but definitely Son was a month. Yeah. Big I would have put him in some of the into the big three, but he didn't have he wasn't writing his stuff. So I have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to bring in the building because we have an event tomorrow that we need to be talking about. Awareness is important. I don't never want anybody in this audience to be unaware about the things that we got going on and the things that we are doing. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you my good brother, none other than Spin City in the building.
What's going on with my family, man? What y'all doing on a good Monday, man? Peace to you and peace to yours, man. So with it.
Peace to the God. What's good with you, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. I just got off AI Money Mastery Mondays, man. That's my my AI jig, so I came right up over here.
Yes, sir. You've been cooking over there, man. Salute to you.
Yeah.
How was your strong in, man? How was your memorial? You know, today's a holiday and all of that. Allegedly. Yeah. Shout out to the Memorial Day. How was the strong in? I know it was rainy out here and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, I still had a blast, man. I still had a blast because, you know, all the Gemini drops, I was able to cook up something so crazy, bro. It's gonna be monumental. I'm gonna show my people tomorrow, Tuesday night. But it's a fitness app. It's a gamified fitness app to where you can only build the video game character within the app by doing things in the real world. It's so fun. So
that's fire. You was able to do that with the new AI. You done broke the code. Look, they done the Mother Nature kept your ass in the house and you went, you know what I mean? Look,
yeah, it kept me on that code, man. It kept me focused for tomorrow, for real. Like in a real way. If I'm gonna bring that full circle, it kept me focused. I've made a lot of clones that people will see tomorrow. Doing different things with the cloning, teaching a lot about the second brain theory, how to make money with the second brain theory. So overall digital cloning, doing global commerce with the digital clones and with the second brain theory, which is using AI, something like Claude Code or something with Obsidian, how Red and Hisayu do. It is very impactful. It's very important to merge what I wrote a book on 3 years ago, which is your actual intelligence, the artificial intelligence that give you accelerated intelligence. So now that we're full throttle into accelerated intelligence, I think it's more monumental now than ever to take the because you go to AI, Google AI Studio, man, you're able to launch directly to Android. So you know that y'all know, man, hey, I wish, you know what I'm saying? I wish we could do away with vibe coding and get more into flow coding and get into a flow state of mind. You can really create monumental shit, step by step, level by level, because now people are going to swarm the Android app place with crazy apps that don't really make sense. No defense, no guardrails.
And then, you know,
again, somebody a DDoS your shit. Now you got, you know what I'm saying? And something that your grandchildren couldn't get out of the debt will happen to you. So it's that dangerous. So please be careful when coding up and launching applications to the public. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I do want to add on to that. I had Dr. Vicky reach out to me.
Right.
And she even expressed the importance. She was like, you don't understand. This is so important. She was like, I'm running into multiple clients that are having lawsuits put on them. And the thing is, these are small businesses that don't have the budget to afford lawyers and legal representation. But if you put an app out there and that app does not do what you have said that it can do, you getting sued. Like there's no way around it. If somebody's if somebody's financial information is compromised and whatnot, you can get sued. Yeah. So if you don't if you just launch an app willy-dilly and it's not patched up, and the internet is a whole you're gonna get cooked. So what she's gonna bring to the table is she has a lead with LegalZoom and whatnot, and she was explaining. She was like, look, I got LegalZoom, and LegalZoom is saving me thousands of dollars because I'm able to protect my my apps. I'm able to protect my IP, and these people, I don't have to retain a lawyer with $5,000-$10,000. I'm going through this. So I'm going to have her on the show, ladies and gentlemen, and she's going to share some of her insight and some of the opportunity that she has for people to protect themselves as we move forward, as we get into higher rankings, as we level up, like Spence said. And this is something that I'm running with that as well. We now are in the phase, or we're in the period or the age where we're going to turn LLCs into corporations. Because all of that, I got an LLC. That's great. Awesome. You listen. But that now it's time. LLC is not going to be able to do business with NVIDIA.
Yeah. It's not even close. You ain't running. You ain't running with no big dog.
You ain't running
I mean, start where you need to start. We all need a good start, but you know what I'm saying? Don't go up there. Don't go chasing waterfalls, man.
Yeah, man. That part. So we are all in school learning and whatnot. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm super hype about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm about to do my,
I've been in the gym, cooking up, so tomorrow's going to be a movie. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses, Moors and Moabites. If you did not hear what we said earlier in our announcement, tomorrow is going to be Techno Bowl IRL. Don't ask me how this came about so quickly after the last one. I have no idea. I'm still trying to find out what happened to May. Nonetheless, we are here. We have arrived, and it is May 26th tomorrow, and we are going to be in the building making a movie. I'm talking about?
Absolutely, man. You know, my claim to fame, like I said on the internet earlier, Brother Rich interviewed me. My claim to fame was digital cloning. And, being a part of the field. Huh?
By the way, that was a great interview. I knew that you was over there cooking up. I ain't know you was cooking like that though.
Yeah.
Fish grease. Yeah, that was fire, bro. I shared that on my network. If y'all ain't check out 363 Empire with Spin City, y'all make sure y'all go and get that when you finish this, because he definitely dropped it in there. Like a good 20-minute piece. That was
like
compact.
25 minutes worth. Yeah. One of the pieces is one of the pieces viral in the mug right now. When I say to stop making AI your boss and learn how to make better AI employees, that shit is on hit right now.
Yeah, as it should be. You know what I'm talking about?
But y'all go check that out though. So yeah, man, my claim to fame was definitely the digital cloning thing and doing global commerce with clones. So even when I said in a Rich interview, this is how you go ahead and do global business. So you'll know what you know. You do what you do in America, and then you find like a Chinese supplier or a Chinese influencer, and you can go over there and be influential alongside them as they will serve as the manager of your Chinese page. Like spin Mandarin, spin Chinese spin. All my athletics clothes will be in Chinese letters. But we're gonna do it AI, duh. Right? We do our clothes with AI, we do our voice with AI, we do our clones with AI. But then again, if you have certain Chinese influencers, Brazilian influencers in India, you can bring them to America by cloning them and have them speak in English. So the skills that I'm going to teach and doing absolute global commerce as an agency, or as, doing it yourself, or as a consultant, and then being able to turn these into ads. I'm going to teach y'all everything that I know about cloning, and then meta ads, Google ads, and Roku ads. And I'm also adding Reddit. So, of course, Meta has Facebook and Instagram. So those ads, Google has YouTube ads, Reddit. It's better to get a part of the human conversation with your advertisement. So I'll teach you Reddit ads, and then I'll show y'all how to go global in the television sector with multilingual Roku ads and Paramount Plus ads. So it ain't gonna get no better than tomorrow for real. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pulling out all the Spin City stops on this one. When it comes to digital cloning advertising, y'all pretty much learned everything that I've absorbed over the years as far as wisdom in AI, in marketing, in sales, digital cloning, and global commerce for real. So get in with me.
I'm gonna come through and add on to what this brother is doing. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek as to what we're gonna be doing in Miami for the 72 clause. That's gonna be at the end of this quote unquote strong Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st in the MIA. We got Original Black God on the ticket. We got Heru Ofori Atta on the ticket and special guests. But I do have to say that this is not going to be open to the public. It's going to be it's not an IRL event. It is an online only event for the 72-hour clause in Miami. Is online only, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that needs to be said. We'll continue to talk about that, and we'll break down why that has shifted and whatnot. It's a lot of good news, but we'll talk about it. Let's focus on tomorrow. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be monumental. We also have my good brother Hitsayu Aku. He will be in the building, adding on his wealth of knowledge. He was with us the other night for Imaginarium, and the way that the brother was breaking down concepts, very high level concepts, and making it very understandable. I commend him on his research, and you could tell that his research is not coming from a book. It's actually coming from applied knowledge, kinetic knowledge. The fact that, I could talk to somebody about Stone Mountain and climbing it because I've actually climbed it. I didn't read about climbing it. I didn't Google it. I actually climbed it. So there's a difference when you actually can speak from knowledge of doing things rather than book knowledge and whatnot. So for those that are out there tinkering with the tools, learning how to master these tools, and then being able to teach the people how to master it themselves, like how you've been able to do a cloning spin, like how you've been able to do with advertising, like how you shown people this quote unquote, it's almost like a Fort Knox, the back office of some of these sites and whatnot, where you literally could turn an agent into one of the most powerful sales agent on your team. And they could sell water to a whale while you sleep.
Yeah, in any language, in any country.
In any
most countries, most languages. You know what I'm saying? That one map, just because I show folks how to get local in Atlanta, Georgia, the same way you'll be local in Lagos, you know what I'm saying, in Italy, you know what I mean? Global commerce, speaking the language and being near with your face and your influence in a real way. I bet you. That's how it's going to be.
That's how it's going to be. That's a fact. So definitely let them know once again, ladies and gentlemen, that QR code right there above the blue box, do yourself a favor and scan it with your phone. Go ahead and get yourselves your ticket. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you are. You could be anywhere around the world. We are going to be live streaming our IRL event. It will be available to all ticket holders. We're going to try our best to go live for Techno Tuesdays and give y'all a sneak peek and everything. But Techno Bowl IRL is completely different from Techno Tuesdays. It's a standalone event, and it is a live stream event with a pay gate, but it's not a lot of money. We are not out here trying to fleece the family. We are here we are here teaching the family and reaching the family to higher levels when we upskill them and show them how to profit with this AI, not to be in fear, not to be confused, not to be pulled in all of these directions and whatnot. No, how to apply yourself. And don't worry, you're not drinking up none of the water with the stuff that we telling
You're
you
not
to do.
drinking none of the
You
water.
ain't
It's
drinking
just
up
that.
none of the water. We ain't doing we not building out spaceships and stuff. We just tweaking and prompting. We ain't drinking up none of the water. Facts. Drink water too. You know?
Yeah, we ain't drinking the water, man. So yeah, in a real way, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all may, I'm saying when we put together an event, man, y'all help us get some more of these tools, get some more of this research, get some more of these travels. You know what I mean, y'all? You know, when I look at fair exchange and when we talk about group economics, you know, group economics is actually supporting your entrepreneurs and your teachers, man. When I look at it, you know, even politically, it's like if you know good and will, man, you support Techno Tuesdays, KTL, Red Pill, Spin, Blue Pill, Hit Sayu, H Factor, Giant, Malik, Vicky, Justin Burns. Like when you think of these technocratic all-stars that's in front of you teaching, man, you know what I'm saying? Come through, spend some time with us, get to know us, man, and tell the world what happened here. Tell the world what you hear on Techno Tuesdays. Tell the world what you see on Techno Bowls, man. It's just so that we can be more impactful. It's just so that we can be more influential. If you know that if this is the way, like you doing this disservice to the community by not sharing it. I'm just saying sharing it wise. I'm not even saying, hey, you attend, man, I love you. But other than that, man, share this stuff around because it's impactful to us. You know, it's impactful for families that's losing jobs. And we know where AI is giving jobs. And we'll give you the context and a step-by-step on how to get in these lanes by using these tools. So, man, y'all go ahead and get in with us, man. Ain't no thing to scan that QR code, man. Come see us digitally if you're not in the Atlanta area. And if you are, man, you better come over here, man. Come over here, man. Bring your laptop. You know, I'm not really a paper note taking person. Please bring your laptop. If you're watching it digitally, try to do a double screen, try to do something. So when I go to these, that's the Techno Bowl, man. These the best plays. When I get on, man, I don't got really much to say other than the plays. Get your Hage in, get your 11 Labs started. Okay, you're gonna get ready to do this type of video. You're gonna do these type of scripts. You gonna come on, man. We ain't playing around, man. We getting the global commerce and digital cloning, man. This some of the realest shit I done ever brought to the community, man. That's my claim to fame because it was so hard in 2023 when it was happening. So y'all get in with us, man. It's a Techno Bowl, man.
Indeed, my brother. So I want to say, they buying tickets too as we speak. So that's a good
thing.
Thank
you, man.
Yeah, thank you, y'all. We appreciate your support. We're doing this for y'all. We don't want y'all to miss out because at the end of the day, we got the information. Like, you know, I get it. I learn every IRL. I'm taking notes as well. So I'll be giddy to get up in there. But we really want y'all to get the information. It doesn't benefit anybody if you don't get the information to use it. It's your success. It's your breakthroughs. It's your quote unquote, it's your leveling up that solidifies what it is that we're doing and whatnot. We're more powerful together than we are apart in so many ways.
I was saying that earlier, Red. I just want more of y'all to know what I know. That way, you know what I'm saying? It literally makes the army that much stronger, y'all.
Stronger, right.
If we the leaders and we the generals, and just because we know how to scout land and we know how to move and we know how to take the high ground, y'all should know it too.
That's a factory.
Y'all should know it too. Especially to my family that says, you know, I'm one of them people. I'm a little bit of a anarchist. And I say, hey, it's a war outside. It's a war on our mindsets. It's a war on our technology. It's a war on our skin. It's a war on our gold. It's a war on our pineal gland. It's a war on our finances. It's a war on our children. So if you are like me and you know it's a war, man, come get the equipment, man. Come on, get in with me, man. I developed a bunch of equipment, man. Come over and see your boy, man. I'll make sure it's fun, man.
Yeah, we make it very fun too.
Yeah, because you can't have a fun. You can't have a function without a little fun first. That's right, man. That is right, man. Peace and blessings to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in.
You already, digitally. Bro.
I'm gonna make a move, my brother. Peace to everybody out here on a good Monday. I will see y'all tomorrow. I know I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna manifest seeing all y'all tomorrow. that tap in with Techno Tuesdays, Red Pillar, and
Right.
know the ledge. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Yes, indeed, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna leave that QR code up there for the remainder of the show. We do have other announcements to make, but that is our mid-show announcement. Let us continue with the news and let us continue. We have a whole lot of chocolate today, a whole lot of Godiva in the building. So let's start out with our first clip from the goddess. She's back. She ain't been here for a while, but she's back with us. Wait up, hold on. Huh? Oh, you got another one about Floyd? Oh yeah, fly that in. Hold on, before we get to chocolate, let's continue with the Floyd shit. You know what I mean? We got another one on Floyd. Let's go. You know what I'm talking about? Mr. May. Oh, and he also got his stripper. He also got his stripper girlfriend pregnant. That's none of my business, but yeah. Mr. Floyd Mayweather got fleeced in the courts for getting his stripper, one of the strippers. He fathered a child with her, and she took his ass to the cleaners. Yeah, they say a fool and his money will soon part. He better hurry. You better tell Michael, come home, man. Help me out, brother.
Mayweather, one of the biggest wall-kissing shows for Israel, who even said this at the Republican Jewish Coalition.
And to those that's watching and has never been to Israel, it's one of the best places in the world.
Is now alleging that his Jewish business partner stole $175 million from him. 50 Cent might have been right about this motherfucker not knowing how to read, because how do you unknowingly give away $20 million worth of cash and real estate and sign away your private jet? And why would you trust someone that looks like this with $175 million in the first place? Slavery was abolished nearly a century ago, but Floyd Mayweather still chose to serve as Jewish owners, and look how that turned out for him. That's why you should never trust these people.
Damn, Floyd. It's a bad week for you, my brother. You know what I'm talking about? Them chickens is coming home to roost on your ass. But look, once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we literally get to sit back and watch this whole shit play out. And it always plays out. It never fails. You know what I'm talking about? I promise you. It never, all you got to do is just stick around and watch. It's going to show what it's going to show. It's going to do what it's going to do. You feel me? These niggas will never win. Licking the heels and licking the feet of your oppressor and your master will never get you anywhere in life. You know what I'm talking about? Groveling Negroes. It won't never. Yeah, take this L. You and Ray J.
Okay, so boom, I went and got some updates and got some more tea for y'all, because I know that this y'all gonna love this mess. Okay, so this is messy. I'm talking Real Housewives of geopolitics messy. Okay, so boom, this is what's going on. So basically, Iran and the United States, after speaking with each other via mediators, they reached a $12 trillion deal in which America is supposed to unfreeze all of Iran's assets. And America agreed to that. Now, remember in the last video I told you there was a set of things that I didn't know if it was true or not, because it only benefited Iran. Primarily, it only benefited Iran, right? So I'm looking at this list, and the majority of it says that the United States has to leave. They have to unlock the money that they stole from Iran that they had frozen. They had to stop asking about the enrichment of the uranium. No, it's no now, it's no tomorrow, it's going to be no forever. But, big booty Judy type, but Iran promised that they would not be enriching anymore, and you're just going to have to trust that. And America was mad as shit. They was like, bitch, how we going to just trust you expect us to take your word for it? And Iran told them, yeah, the same way you take Israel's word for it. Exactly. Shut your ass up. So I was like, damn, no, they ate with that one. No, like, Yikes, girl, I don't, yikes on bikes. Like, how you gonna come back from that, America? Like, how you gonna come back? They got you by the balls. They got you by the, literally by the shirt hanging, like literally pressed against the wall, feet dangling above the floor. So Iran says, and one more thing, I'm not signing a motherfucking thing. You're not gonna get my John Hancock until I have certainty that Lebanon is included. That means all of Lebanon, from the rooted to the motherfucking Sudan. Not Lebanon outside of this imaginary orange line that you keep claiming. I mean Lebanon, all of Lebanon. You're not going to keep running up in their shit and thinking that you could run a fade with them, you or Israel. And America agreed. But again, Benjamin Netanyahu was like, bitch, I ain't never agreed to shit. I ain't no bitch. Like, we could really take it there. So boom. After news spread, well, Benjamin Netanyahu let Donnie know literally hours ago, around like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, I ain't agree to none of that. You can go ahead and agree whatever you want to agree with, but I'm telling you right now, you sign that motherfucking shit, and I'ma light Lebanon's ass the fuck up and tell the whole world I'm really fighting Hezbollah. And Donnie basically told Benjamin Netanyahu, "Are you fighting Hezbollah or is Hezbollah fighting you?" And I said, "Don't clock that. No, T's were clocked, girls." T's were clocked, girls. Oh my God, Lady Liberty. Like, let her get up. Let Israel get up. No, because, like, you ate with that one. And I was so angry at the same time because I hate when you make me agree with you. Like, don't make me agree with you. You crackhead. Oh my God. So basically, Donnie told Benjamin Netanyahu, do what the fuck you think you gotta do. But don't you come your crying egghead ass the fuck over here when they whoop your ass and mollywop the fuck your ass through the entire West Asian Strip. So they basically was mad at each other and hung up on each other. And Benjamin Netanyahu made it clear to Donald that the minute you sign that shit, I'm lighting it the fuck up in Hezbollah's backyard. And I'm not playing with them. On Dabka, I'm lighting that motherfucker up. And I was like, no, that's crazy. Like, what the fuck did the Dabka do to you? Like, not just instigating in the background, because I'm a fly on the wall. And I'm just trying to get the T's together for y'all. So then I obviously go and get distracted with another thing, come back, look at, what they've been saying to one another. And it officially becomes announced that, yeah, they went ahead and signed a deal. Within 30 minutes of it being officially announced, Benjamin Netanyahu, he never even said nothing. Normally his behavior, he gonna jump online, he gonna do something. Him and his folks, they gonna do something. They gonna whine, complain, do all that extra shit. But this time they didn't. Instead, Benjamin Netanyahu decided to go ahead and evacuate one of those towns. I think it's like he told Daye and Beirut, y'all motherfuckers want to get up out of here. This your last chance. Pack your shit, get to stepping, because I'm finna light this bitch up. Do you hear me? I'm finna set this motherfucker on fire. So long story short, Benjamin Netanyahu is going to be doing the consistent strikes on Lebanon, areas of Beirut, and areas of Daye in the exact same way that Iran already did Israel. And because we was all laughing at Israel over the past 2.5 years, they want to take their pain out on Lebanon because they're mad at Hezbollah. So their strategy is just to go in, suppress and fire, and just pretty much throw a temper tantrum. And they're about to do that over those innocent civilians that are already trying to evacuate. So I'm hoping and praying that they get to safety. And I'm just asking that all of y'all keep Lebanon in your thoughts and prayers, because it looks like he's trying to move forward with doing some intense strikes, but he said he's not going to stop. So yeah. And then apparently, oh, this is the best part right here, because I had to spin the blizz and go see what the hell Iran was talking about, because I'm like, ain't no fucking way Iran heard that shit was finna go down and ain't gonna do nothing. Listen, Unc don't play about nephew don't play about Unc. The whole family, they some big steppers for real. I'm the Palestine, Lebanon, Iran, all of them in that West Asian Strip. They all know how to fight except for Saudi Arabia and UAE and Kuwait and Qatar. But they from like one side of the family that nobody like for real. So just worry about the rest of them, okay? Just don't, they're side characters. Anyways, so Iran and Donnie got on the phone and they get to arguing. He like, what you talking about? Israel's going to be doing some strikes on Lebanon. I can't have it, so you know what's going to happen, right? And Donnie was like, I told him, if you do what you gotta do, but whatever consequences come, you can't go back and blame America and the West for it, because bitch, I done told you. I told you, listen, are you fighting Hezbollah in Iran, or is Iran and Hezbollah fighting you? And basically, Iran let it be known, like, if I got to get busy outside with Lady Liberty, I need your word. You're not going to jump in this bitch. Because if I got to whoop your ass, believe me, please believe me, I'm popping the trunk on that ass and I'm calling all my nephews over here. So I was like, oh shit, no, for real. Like, maybe, Donnie, maybe we should sit this out. Like, for real. I feel like Iran is giving us the opportunity to sit this shit out. Maybe we should ride the bench a little bit. Let Israel learn this lesson. So Abbas let him, Donnie trying to talk Abbas off the ledge, Iran and them off the ledge, the foreign minister, and Abbas, he real strict, so he ain't gonna do too much back and forth with you. He not doing it. No, I'm not. I said what the fuck I said. So he said, look, I ain't trying to hear all that shit you rapping about. I'm gonna tell you straight like this, okay? I told you from Jump Street, you and that bitch, Lebanon is off limits. I told both you hoes. So if I got to get in there, I'm getting in there. And if I got to get in there, this shit getting cleared the fuck out. You feel me? This shit getting cleared. I'm going to wrap this motherfucker up. Make sure my money in that account. I got to go. And I said, damn. So it may be that Iran is sending some strikes, but we know for certain that the missiles that went over the Strait of Hormuz, and hold on. Remember how I said, I don't know if they was doing exchanging strikes, Israel and Iran. Turns out these missiles are actually going over the Strait of Hormuz, which definitely could mean that in some way, shape, or form, America has to stand 10 toes deep beside Israel, and that shit's about to get wicked. I don't know if they're coming directly from Iran or if they're coming the other way. Sister, we don't know. We're unaware. It's getting hot outside. All I know is that Iran indeed, or Israel indeed, that's what we had heard. Israel indeed did get their shit knocked between the washer and dry and getting fire smacked out of that ass. So, yikes. Yikes on bikes. Anyways, stay tuned, because I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep being nosy over there to see what they got going on over there. Because it's about to get sick out there. It's about to get filthy, bitch.
This person in the Bible was not the sinner. It was the man who refused to lie with everybody else. That was Jeremiah. And once you understand his story, you realize society still does this exact same thing. Jeremiah kept warning people that collapse was coming. Not because he hated them, because he could see the direction they were drifting before they could. And people just hated him for that. That's the pattern. The person exposing the illusion always becomes more offensive than the illusion itself. Jeremiah 6:14. They have healed the wound of my people lightly, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. Play that back again slowly, because that single verse explains modern culture perfectly. Everybody wants comfort. Nobody wants interruption. Nobody wants the nervous system shock of realizing this entire thing might be spiritually broken, bro. So instead, people choose distraction. Entertainment, dopamine, fake positivity, performative morality, and the second somebody interrupts the trance, they become the problem. Not the corruption, not the manipulation, not the decay, the person pointing at it. That's why Jeremiah was isolated, mocked, humiliated, because truth becomes emotionally violent to people attached to illusion. Comment scroll if you've noticed society attacks pattern recognition faster than it attacks deception. And here's where it gets disturbing. Jeremiah was surrounded by false prophets telling people exactly what they wanted to hear. Oh, judgment is coming! Everything is fine. God is still with us. Nothing needs to change. Sound familiar? Because modern people still reward the voices that sedate them emotionally. The leaders who say, keep consuming, keep obeying, keep distracting yourself, keep numbing, keep pretending your spirit is not exhausted. Jeremiah 5:31. The prophets prophesied falsely, and my people love to have it so. That might be one of the darkest verses in the entire Bible. My people love to have it so. Meaning, people often choose lies consciously, because lies protect the current version of themselves. Truth requires death. Death of ego, death of identity, death of false selves. And most people would rather defend their illusion than survive transformation. That's why Jeremiah sounds emotionally dangerous, because his story exposes something humans do not want to admit. People usually reject the truth first, then suffer later. And this is the part nobody talks about in church. Jeremiah was emotionally exhausted. Jeremiah 20:14. Cursed be the day I was born. This wasn't a man casually preaching positivity. This was somebody crushed by what he could see, because awareness becomes lonely when everybody around you is committed to pretending. That's why spiritually aware people feel isolated now. Not because they're better than others, because once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. You start noticing who performs goodness versus who embodies it, who uses religion as status, who uses morality as theater, who speaks love publicly while carrying resentment privately. That's the Jeremiah frequency. The collapse becomes visible internally before it appears externally. Comment scroll if your nervous system reacted before your mind fully understood why this bothered you. Because most people read Jeremiah as history. The people feeling this deeply usually realize it's happening again.
Rosie.
Negotiable, and the West is Russia and China just dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through Washington, London, and Paris. Their message to Africa: your independence is non-negotiable. And the West is furious. In a stunning geopolitical power move, Russia and China issued a powerful joint declaration explicitly backing Africa's full independence, sovereignty, and autonomous development. The exact words, the realization of peace, stability, and true independence and autonomy by African countries are the foundation for the development and prosperity of the African continent. Both nations pledge to support African-led solutions. African problems solved in an African way, back the African Union's agenda, and committed to deepening cooperation without imposing external models. Here's why Western capitals are panicking. This declaration is a direct, coordinated attack on decades of Western interference in Africa. The language targeting unilateral sanctions, long-arm jurisdiction, and external meddling is unmistakably aimed at America and Europe. Think about what this means in context. America is threatening to cut HIV medication from Zambia unless they hand over mineral rights. France allegedly authorized operations to remove unwanted leaders in Africa. The World Bank told Nigeria to import fuel instead of refining it themselves. And now the world's two largest military powers are publicly declaring enough. The timing of this declaration isn't accidental, it's surgical. Released amid escalating global tensions, it arrives as African nations are asserting unprecedented resource sovereignty. Ghana raising gold royalties to 12% despite joint US-Chinese opposition. Niger nationalizing uranium mines. Burkina Faso demanding 40% of Australian gold mines. Mali redistributing mining revenues to communities. Africa is already moving toward independence. Russia and China just formalized their support for that movement and positioned themselves as its champions on the global stage. But this isn't just rhetoric. Russia and China are already deeply embedded across Africa. China has invested over $140 billion through Belt and Road. Russian Africa Corps provides security across the Sahel. Chinese companies dominate cobalt and copper mining in Congo. Russian intelligence is actively countering Western destabilization attempts. This declaration formalizes what's already happening on the ground, transforming bilateral relationships into a coordinated strategic vision for a multipolar Africa. But here's the question every Pan-Africanist must ask. Is this genuine support for African sovereignty, or is it the opening move in a new chapter of superpower competition on African soil? Because Russia and China have their own interests in Africa, China controls 50% of Congo's cobalt production. Russia wants uranium from Niger and military bases across the Sahel. Their declaration of African independence comes with their own economic and strategic agenda. The difference between Western interference and Eastern support may ultimately be the packaging, not the content. Here's the Pan-African truth. Africa doesn't need Russia and China to declare its independence. Africa's independence was declared in blood by liberation movements across the continent. What Africa needs is the economic infrastructure, institutional capacity, and continental unity to make that independence real. If Russia and China's declaration accelerates African sovereignty, genuine sovereignty, not dependency with different masters, then it serves Africa's interests. If it simply replaces Western control with Eastern control, Africa has gained nothing. The world order is shifting. Africa is at the center. And for the first time in modern history, multiple global powers are competing to be seen as Africa's partner rather than its master. That competition is Africa's leverage. Use it wisely.
Did we remember the conversation that we've been having, right? The conversation that we've been having about Africa, right? Even to the point that my conspiracy theorist mind will have me feeling like this is theater. China and Russia and America, this is all theater. They are not. No. Is she AI? I believe that's a digital twin. Yes, I believe that this might be her digital twin, but she does have videos where it's her talking and whatnot. But I believe this is her twin. I'm very I have my spider senses are very tingling right now with this report that I'm seeing and whatnot, because ultimately Africa is, one, it's good cop, bad cop. It's good cop, bad cop. Russia, China, good cop. We're going to come in here. We're going to hold it down. We're going to protect you. Let us in. Give us access. Drop your guard. Then you got Is It Real and the USA playing bad cop in France and whatnot. So when they come around, oh, pick your guns up, be on point and whatnot. Then if a conflict breaks out, then you're going to see Africa get carved up at the end and whatnot. And those deals those meetings that Trump and the president of China just had recently, when they were brought because all of those people that went over to China from the tech, they all need Africa. Every single one of them, going back to what I said, do the due diligence, go and get the flight manifesto. All of the names that went to China, it was $21 trillion in total. None of them could flex and say, yeah, we don't need Africa. They need the resources. Everything is about these rare minerals and whatnot. China is literally about to go to war with Taiwan over these chips. You dig what I'm saying? And these mother effing chips will not be made unless they have access to these quote unquote minerals and these resources. So there's a lot of provocation going on. I don't trust none of them. I do not trust none of them. It's almost like, the vultures are circling. The vultures are circling. That whole Ebola thing, that's chemical germ warfare from the Germans. And I ain't talking about people from Germany. The majority of the European nationality in America is German. Go and look it up. Because people just call white people, don't even know what the fuck they talking about. There's no such thing as white people. Sound crazy. You got to call them by their nationality. They're different people, come from different bloodlines, come from different places. They're all different. You got Germans, you got Franks, Scandinavians, Ukrainians, Polacks, Spaniards, Portuguese. These are not the same people. Don't be fooled. The Irish. How are they the same people? They're nothing alike. So germ warfare has been perfected by the damn Germans. Okay? They all in bed, if you ask me. I don't, you know what I mean? It's the European versus the non-European. You think they trying to stand with, come on, man. If these powers were so super, why is Africa the monkey in the middle? Why is all of the superpowers, they got to play nice with Africa? How, Sway? How? It doesn't even make sense. It don't even make sense. I mean, theoretically speaking, it doesn't make any sense. These are superpowers, but they are treading lightly in Africa. Africa's like a baddie, yo, a baddie with an attitude. They gotta watch what they say around her. They just can't do anything. They can't have their way around her. But everybody is on her body. How, Sway? When Snow White's supposed to be her, and Ivanka and all of them, like you supposed to have, you know what I mean? But once again, there's the resources. The resources is the ultimate prize. Even the Vatican is fighting for that shit. You feel me? Let us continue though. Let's talk to the Pope. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, let her finish, and then we're gonna go to the Pope. Cause yeah, he's in the ring too. Royal Rumble with AI.
Comment gold to join my next mining masterclass.
And somebody says it's the prize that they never conquered. And it's like, I was under the impression that they conquered the shit out of it. You know what I mean? But I guess the spirit is so resilient out there. The magic is somewhat, you know, it's working in some degrees, to whereas they have not managed to completely take that thing the way that I know how they want to take it. You know? Let's get into the Pope. Let's talk about the Pope and what's going on. He made history today. Let's check it out.
Pope broke with 2,000 years of tradition. Pope Leo XIV became the first pope in history to personally stand before the world and present his own encyclical. An encyclical is the Pope's highest and most authoritative teaching, addressed to 1.4 billion Catholics and every person of goodwill on earth. Every pope before him handed that role to cardinals. But the Pope chose to deliver his message about the threat of AI to humanity himself. The document is called Magnifica Humanitas, Magnificent Humanity. 235 pages, the most significant moral statement on AI ever issued by any religious institution. He said, and I quote, "We are experiencing an eclipse of what it means to be human." He warned that AI is creating new forms of societal control, new forms of slavery. He said algorithmic decision-making is already denying people access to healthcare, employment, and security. He said morality cannot be determined by a few. And he warned what is needed is a more active political involvement that is capable of slowing things down when everything is accelerating. It's worth noting that the Pope chose to stand beside Christopher Olah, co-founder of the company the Trump administration blacklisted this year for refusing to allow the military to use its AI for mass domestic surveillance and fully autonomous weapons. Olah said at the Vatican, "We need moral voices that the incentives cannot bend." But just 4 days ago, Trump took a clear stand on the opposite side. Trump's own Commerce Department wrote an order requiring basic safety reviews of AI models before public release. Then Zuckerberg, Musk, and David Sachs called the president. Sachs is Trump's own AI advisor and a member of the PayPal mafia, the same network as Elon Musk and Peter Thiel. The same Peter Thiel who wrote in 2009, "I no longer believe that freedom and democracy are compatible." And Sachs and Thiel go back even further. They met at Stanford and co-wrote a book in 1995 called The Diversity Myth, arguing against multiculturalism. Hours before signing, they killed it. Trump pulled the order, and his reason, I quote, "We're leading China, we're leading everybody, and I don't want to do anything that's going to get in the way of that lead." The country Trump says we're beating is doing more to protect its citizens from AI than he is. Just last week, China announced it's drafting a comprehensive AI law to protect its people. China requires companies to inform users every 2 hours if they're talking to an AI. The same people who wrote a book against diversity and multiculturalism control this technology. They'll decide what the AI sees, what it values, what it serves, and who it leaves behind. The Pope says AI data belongs to humanity. The billionaire says it belongs to them. Who do you believe? Drop it in the comments.
Who do you believe in? Things are heating up now. Don't be fooled by none of that stupid shit. The Pope is in on it as well. Okay? Don't ever in your life fall for the retardedness coming out of the Vatican. They are giving rise to whatever antichrist might be coming out of that. They are in bed with that. Trust me.
the 14th actually thinks that that's what's going on in Silicon Valley. He actually views this as an attempt at its worst to recreate God. And Peter Thiel seems to buy into that argument in some ways. He says that those who counter AI, who want to slow down the AI, are tools of the Antichrist. And he actually name-checked Pope Leo XIV last fall as the woke American Pope, and had concerns that Leo XIV would take this issue on, and of course he has today. So I think this moral framework is something that Silicon Valley has been afraid of. I think one thing to note with Pope Leo, he's not tendered to the American politics. You can't tariff him, you can't impeach him, you can't indict him, you can't remove him from office, you can't deport him, and I think that makes it hard to deal with.
Yeah.
It's Richard.
The church is behind transhumanism. They will never be able to say that they are. They, the same way that they were acting like they wasn't behind Hitler and everything. The church, the Holy See, they are in the business of staying in power. They are in the business of indoctrination. They are in the business of fleecing the mother effing flock. So, ultimately, AI in the hands of a Peter Thiel and all of these people, it's about they're using it, right? They're using the tool similar to the same way that the caveman used fire to commit war, to launch war and whatnot. He used fire as warfare. We use fire to cook, right? And do other things. In Pope Leo's reality, the AI represents what is known as the Antichrist, but it all falls in line with eschatology. So do you mean to tell me that a sitting pope is not, quote unquote, aware of the parallels as to everything that is going on right now? And do you mean to tell me that it's not advantageous for his, quote unquote, term to actually be in power when the Antichrist is ushered in, or when they start having these conversations about, they're having tours and lectures about it. The more that they speak about it, the more their people are beginning to get on code and whatnot. When you look at that bunker that's being built in the wing of the White House, that is rumored to be the third temple. If that's not going to be the third temple will be erected in Jerusalem, and that is going to signal the coming, or that will signal another notch in the belt of this, quote unquote, eschatology Antichrist timeline. So everything that you see is a part of a script. It's a part of a play. It is a part of a narrative that all of them have to follow. So you're just looking at theater right now. Make no mistake about it. Fret none. Francis, the one that died and whatnot, he did the same thing. He was saying similar things and whatnot. So they're just following the script. And there's literally nothing whatsoever that they're going to do to slow down the AI. They're just going to build the opposition to it. They're going to build this alarm about it. They're going to create this fake type of firestorm around it, because at the end of the day, they are going to, they have to control the Antichrist conversation. They have to control the whole aspect of an Antichrist even coming in. And what better way than to use the AI as that catalyst, right? So that's what that is a part of what it is that you're seeing and whatnot. But it's theater. Okay, let us continue.
Holy crap. On a crumbling cracker, Batman, they found a second internet layer behind the first internet, or our internet? This is some crazy shit, man. You've got to read it. I'll put all the text in the comments from the research, but you got to see this.
Oh, so we got confirmation of a sweep on the New York side? Okay. All right, New York. It's time to act up. It's time to act up. Godiva, talk to us, man.
Who, bitch, I ran over here. I ran over over here. I almost broke my ankle. I almost twisted it running up the steps to come get y'all to see what's going on overseas. Okay, girl, lock the fuck in because this bitch is going down. It's going down basement. Okay, so boom. Don't worry about my glasses being tucked in my head. Being mind no business. Anyways, so boom. I'm over there being nosy as shit. Obviously still collecting information because I don't want to report, especially if Donnie and them folks is lying, which we knew he was lying. So a long story short, yesterday, you remember or earlier I told you how Donnie and them said that, oh yeah, we was working on the negotiations. We was getting everything inked out. LMNOP, right? And then I told you also, Iran was like, who said that? Again, stop listening to that crazy ass man who be talking to himself in our DMs because we got him blocked on everything else. And I told him, like, you try me like that again, and I'm gonna cut the cables. I'm gonna cut the internet cables underneath the goddamn sea flow. You understand me? It was giving Albus Argachi was giving every bit of you made me want to throw my pages out the window, tell empty ass got the fumbles, break my lease so I can move, cause you a bugaboo, which is exactly what Donald Trump has been doing for the past few days, just bugging the shit out of Albus and all of them, right? So boom. Donnie and his boys this morning announced via tweet after cussing out Barack Obama again, which again, good way. Like, how did Barack every time y'all like, damn, when some shit go down, you blame Barack. Like, Barack is, how the fuck did he get in this? He was minding his business. So boom, after he cussed out Barack Obama, he tells everybody that basically they nearing the final signatures of the deal. Again, Iran is like, what the fuck is you talking about? Mind you, Abbas and them, they hopped on a plane to go over to Qatar to basically go talk about the terms of which they, would like the negotiation to go down. If I just got over here, what do you mean we're about to sign off on this? Because that don't make sense to me, is what Abbas was saying. In the meantime, between time about squeeze time, while all of that was going down, girl, Israel was behind the scenes popping their shit. And I mean popping it. You hear me? Benjamin Netanyahu got on Twitter and was like, I don't really feel comfortable with this after writing a strongly worded email to Donnie and his team because he felt like the terms of the negotiation, which I did read them yesterday and I wanted to confirm, which is why I didn't report on it, like what exactly where the terms were. You never know what it is until it's fully signed off, okay? Just trust me on this. He ended up, after writing a strongly worded email, he went to Twitter and was like, you know what? I'm going to tell the whole world that I don't fucking agree with this negotiation deal with Iran and fuck them hoes because that bitch got me fucked up. If she think that I'm not going to come after Lebanon, bitch, I'll smack the shit out that hoe. Basically talking about Hezbollah. And then all day there was this campaign from like Benjamin Itamar Gavir, Ben with his mama's hips, that thick motherfucker that's thicker than the bowl of grits. Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The one that just got banned from like all of Europe because he was over there doing weird shit, like just being a whole fucking weirdo with the Samufro theater. Him, Smalltrich, that's the one that I call Balthazar because he's the literal demon. They're all demons, but Balthazar can't really hide the fact that he's a fucking demon. Like it's there. He's the finance minister. And then Benjamin Netanyahu, they was all on Twitter like, yeah, just a bunch of bad bitches telling each other, They was all talking about how they was gonna fuck Lebanon up. We need to blow up like 10 buildings a day because this hoe got me fucked up. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and can't do. I don't give a fuck about a ceasefire deal. I ain't seized nothing. XYZ. And tell that bitch Iran, she got one more time to tell the streets that I can seize these nuts before I come seize her edges. I'm like, oh, y'all talking shit. Y'all talking cash money shit over the Twitter streets. You hear me? So I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna go well at all. So basically, if what Donnie is saying is anywhere within the ballpark of what's really going down in those negotiation rooms, that means that the bottom of the line is America gotta get the fuck out of the Middle East ASAP. And I mean a motherfucking sap. Iran is not coming how they was coming before, baby. They hacking and Hezbollah swanging. I mean, they got the bitches to follow up and everything. Somalia, Yemen. The bitches is coming. They all their homegirls is gonna make it to the fight this time. They all making it to the fight this time. Ain't gonna be no tag team, baby. This gonna be a free for all, and wigs will be tossed. Okay, they will push your motherfucking wig back. That's Iran side. And then on top of that, last but certainly not least, they can no longer be attacking Lebanon, and they got to come to some form of agreement when it comes down to Palestine. But Benjamin Netanyahu saying that, nah, I ain't fucking with none of that. I never agreed to none of that. I'm going to do the fuck I want to do, and they ain't got nothing to do with me. You have a negotiation with him. And basically said that he threatened to attack Iran. And Iran was like, Oh baby, I don't take threats. I don't do too well with threats. Like, you throw a threat at me and I'm gonna think that you're actually about that life. And long story short, Iran is bombing the shit out of Israel right now. Yeah. They bombing the shit out of Israel. It was new reports that just came down the pipeline. Let me show you. Now listen, I know I talk a lot. I don't give a fuck. That's why you here. You love it. You love it. Yes, you do. You love hearing me talk too much. Anyways, these are missiles that are currently flying in the air. Now, I'm not sure if it's return fire. But what I do know is that Iran said she was going to smack fire out of Israel's ass and that all the bitches was going to follow up. That means Hezbollah was going to follow up. Hamas and them was going to follow up. Yemen's going to follow up. They about to be outside really getting it popping for real. It's restarting, sister. The war is restarting. Oh my God. It's getting ghetto outside. Also, it's important to understand that America just confirmed that it was some kablooies going down in Israel. So Israel did, in fact, get fire smacked out of her fucking ass. That's what the streets is saying. That you see it. He did smack the spit out your mouth. That's what he said he was going to do. You threw threats first. Like, oh my God. They have come under massive missile barrage with destruction and major damage across multiple areas of the city. They did let you know that they never played with you like that. And they showed you like, this is like round up. Because the last one was like damn near 100 rounds. 100 waves, not rounds, waves of missile barrages. And that was just Iran. Hezbollah was out there getting it in the north. Fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And since all three of y'all decided y'all want to pop y'all shit this morning and bumping your guns all over the nets, Iran just showed up to the party early. You know what I'm saying? Fucking CP time, we here on time. I heard a bitch had my name in her fucking mouth and wanted that. And since you need that, I'm going to give you that. Period. That's what Iran said. And now they all up in your shit. What you gonna do? Anyways, yeah, girl, I'm gonna keep a close eye on this because this is gonna finna be going down all night. I'm not even gonna hold you. I got my tall 40 ounces of water. I'm gonna be here all night long. All night long. I'm hoping those missiles. Let me chill. All right, stay tuned, y'all. It's a lot more to
go. She just be having fun with this shit, and I love it. I love it for her. You know? I love it for her. Let's continue to connect the dots with Mr. Floyd. Let's continue to connect the dots with Sir Floyd.
So I'm not here to judge anyone. We all live, we all learn, we all make mistakes. There's no one that's perfect. Jonah is my friend. He's a person that I love. He's a person that I will stand behind through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Whatever his case was.
Jonah is also facing multiple lawsuits related to the luxury jewelry business.
Okay.
He opened in LA after the guilty plea in New York.
Yes.
Investors and lenders claim that Jonah defrauded them and stole from them.
Okay.
You promoted jewelry for Jadel. Did those lawsuits surprise you?
I will always love Jonah. I trust Jonah, not just 10%, 20%, 100%.
Let's talk about the Business Insider article that ran.
I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. This is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company for speaking bad about my company. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I worked hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not going to let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
That article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Yeah, my nigga. Let's keep going. So something happened in the Philippines with a volcano, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not lose focus on the fact that shit is really going down right now. You dig what I'm saying? Things are really going down. Like, let's not be swayed and whatnot while we watching things happen terrestrially. The cosmos is still talking to us, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, check this one out. Check this out.
Oh, when you start looking around the world today, there's a lot of signs out there that you're thinking, maybe things aren't going so great here on the planet Earth. Pandemics and famine and war. It's like the 7 signs of the goddamn apocalypse. I'm expecting the 4 horsemen to just come galloping right through. This one might take the cake. We got a volcano erupting in the Philippines while a goddamn meteor hits it. Just a good old-fashioned standard volcano eruption. Nothing to see here, folks. Oh my god, it's a goddamn meteor. Fucking natural disaster squared. Not right now, meteor. I'm dealing with liquid hot magma. By the way, here's a second camera and angle in black and white showing the meteor for everyone out there who's going to say it's fake. This meteor is named 2024 RW1. NASA and scientists actually detected it before it entered our atmosphere. And while all of the videos and the takes on social media are saying that the meteor hit the volcano or caused the eruption, none of that is true. It's just a very dramatic piece of footage that makes it appear like 2 mega natural disasters are happening at the same time. This actually just burned up in the atmosphere and never even struck the ground. But all that being said, when I see things like this, I fully understand why religion is a thing. Like if this was 50,000, 100,000 years ago and you're some caveman Neanderthal walking the planet and you're trying to start to do some higher level thinking, who are we? Why are we here? Why do the good and bad things on this planet happen? And you see this shit, it's only one logical answer. And that must be that there's some divine sky wizard who's making mountains explode while he throws fireballs at us. Anytime there's a giant flood, a mega earthquake, the earth is opening, magma's shooting out, the heavens are falling, and you're a caveman, you don't know about science, you don't know about celestial objects, you don't know about plate tectonics and natural disasters. Your final answer is, we must have pissed somebody off, and they are fucking our shit up. So everybody apologize right now. Everybody say you're sorry and say that you love the man who is smiting us right now with fire from the ground and the sky. Now, is it crazy that 100,000 years later, where we have scientific explanations and understanding of what's going on, that there are people out there who still think everything is ruled by the sky wizard? Yes, probably. But back in the day, I could understand that shit. Because this is fucking unexplainable.
Separate oil leaks within miles of each other, within 36 hours along the same river, right next to the chemical leak. Yeah, along the Los Angeles River. Let me read you the locations. Near the 6th Street Bridge, the Glendale Narrows, the 710 interchange, and the Vernon area. All within a few miles of each other. Guess what else it's pretty damn close to? That huge chemical leak in Garden Grove, which is like 35 miles south of all these oil leaks. Grok says, the oil alone is flammable, but combined with certain industrial chemicals, it raises the risk of massive fires, toxic gas releases, or even explosive reactions if exposed to heat or sparks. With both areas located near military bases and critical infrastructure, some are speculating whether these are accidental. Come on. How could 4 separate oil leaks within miles of each other along the same river happen within a 36-hour period? I was playing Connect the Dots as usual, so I did a little bit more digging, and this is what Grok says. It says, if these chemicals from Garden Grove and the oil from LA River sites ever meet, especially in the shared water systems or underground, it could create highly volatile and unstable compounds. The oil alone is flammable, but combined with certain industrial chemicals, it raises the risk of massive fires, toxic gas releases, or even explosive reactions if exposed to heat or sparks. It says, Garden Grove's storm drain system doesn't directly pipe underground straight to the LA River. Orange County mostly drains toward the Santa Ana River or local channels that hit the ocean. But the whole Southern California basin is connected through underground storm drains, aquifers, and the massive flood control network. If that chemical from the aerospace plant gets into the ground or the storm system, it can migrate way farther than they admit. It says they're already fighting to keep it out of the drains up there, but one leak into the water table and it could link up with the oil that's already in the LA River system. Mix those two and you've got a toxic, flammable soup that could spread for miles. That's just what the internet says. I mean, there you go. Look into it. Just look into it. And yeah, I just can't. 4 oil leaks and a chemical leak within 36 hours, really close to each other.
was supposed to be a really fun long weekend celebrating Memorial Day has turned into a crisis in Southern California. Specifically, a dangerous aerospace chemical emergency has triggered mass evacuations. And at this point, there are literally two primary options. Either the leaking tank explodes or it leaks everywhere. It's in Orange County, California, just south of Los Angeles. Here is a timeline of all of the events that have been unfolding, because while they are focusing on the one tank that had a valve that was opened up that caused this entire incident to occur, at least this is some of what is being reported, allegedly. I want you to understand that there are actually two tanks. There is the one that they have a problem with that is either going to release toxic chemicals everywhere, or it is going to explode, and it is right next to another tank that's 15,000 gallons. This is the evacuation zone. Now, if it blows up, this is a worst case scenario. I want you to understand it's not Hollywood style destruction, but it actually is enough to destabilize the entire region. And then the other option is that it just simply leaks out and destroys the environment. But either way, there's impact. This is actually all of the shelters that have filled up with people who don't have anywhere else to go. There are health effects from exposure to the chemical, whether it explodes or leaks. Here's the list. But the question we really have to ask ourselves, was this a sabotage or is this foul play? You and I both know it's a wartime era, and the facility that right now is dealing with this chaos is called GKC Aerospace, and they are supplying the fighter jets for Iran using that acrylic chemical that they manufacture. Well, the interesting thing is whether it was a mistake or it was sabotage, they ramped up production starting in 2024. What I will remind you is that most people have no idea what surrounds or exists within their town, and that modern life actually depends on all of these invisible systems. So I encourage you to discover in your own town what are areas and points that could be volatile or that could be problematic so that you're prepared. And a lot of people simply aren't ready to actually answer the door and have to leave within 5 minutes. Make sure that you have your bug out kit ready. If you don't, comment bug out and I will send you a list of everything from Amazon that I think you should own.
Breaking news that is indeed breaking. If you're back, it's because you hear from the other video and the tea was just getting good on what was taking place overseas, the real geopolitics and the key. So without further ado, I'm your host, Rogan Avocados. Let's go ahead and get started real quick. If you are new, welcome. Make sure that you are sending your donations in. We are only 1K left to our goal. We are so close to reaching the end of our monthly goal. Thank you guys so much for all your continued support. Let's jump back into it, okay? I will be posting it on the side, so you can do a PayPal, Cash App, GoFundMe, whatever, okay? Let's go ahead and get this information out. So while all of this is going down, it's important to remember that Israel is still sending direct missiles and drones to different buildings inside of southern Lebanon. So it's not like Lebanon is just out here whooping ass and nothing's happening back. Oh no, bitch. This happened in several different areas of southern Lebanon. This is one of the areas that just this morning is now being addressed after all of that ass whooping that Lebanon, or excuse me, not Lebanon, Hezbollah was putting on Israel. Here's some more pictures. Now, this is in southern Lebanon. The southern Lebanese villages have been taking a lot of beatings. However, it's been more so the buildings. Some people have perished and been martyred as a result of the direct hits because Israel intentionally is trying to hit the civilian population inside of southern Lebanon. So make sure you keep them in your duas. But let's get back to no, because a lot of y'all be trying to say that I just be being dramatic and that I just be trying to hype shit up, when in reality, I be telling the truth. I be giving y'all real play-by-play. Bitch, I'm giving you the best of me. You understand? One of Israel's most notorious, baby, that is called for the death of children in Lebanon, Palestine, and Iran. Tell me why in the middle of him trying to give one of them speeches where he was talking that big shit, he got sniped by Hezbollah in the middle of that speech. In the middle of the speech, they took his ass out. In the middle of the speech. of him trying to say he calling for blood of the Lebanese children. He calling for blood of the Palestinian children, calling for blood of the Iranian children, calling for Israel to spill their blood. And his blood got spilled. If there ain't nobody but God, I don't know who it is. Y'all know God don't play about them kids. God don't play about them babies. God do not like ugly and he don't play about them babies. Okay, Hezbollah shut his ass right the fuck up. Bitch, you were sad. They parked your ass in the middle of a speech. Yikes on pie. Oh, it's also important to understand that this was reported by Hebrew News directly from the source. So, yes, God. Yes, God. He was notorious, and they sent him to that man on the lowest level of hell. Sent him directly to him. It's important to understand that Hezbollah's doing such a great fucking job that even Ben with his mama's hips, who's quite literally been banned from almost every Eastern European country, due to the nasty shit that he was doing to the people on the flotilla. He was begging and screaming and crying, calling for, I know a lot of y'all can't read Hebrew, but basically he was saying like Hezbollah needs to be stopped. Something needs to be done about Hezbollah and their drones, because they send the drones fly to the bumblebee, they whooping our ass. Just the same old bullshit he always talking about. Mind you, he playing his victim card role, whatever the case may be, talking about, oh, Hezbollah needs to be stopped. And the Israeli strikes have killed over 3,000 Lebanese since March the 2nd. It's only May. A lot of them, over 150 of them, were paramedics. Be so fucking for real. For 2 seconds. For 2 fucking seconds. So boom, cue to today. And the Israelis in the north are, they basically all in, in the corner screaming, crying, singing, you abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. It never did, Buki. We tried to tell you that. Cause why would they put settlements right there near Lebanon's biggest problem? You ain't know that Hezbollah was Lebanon's biggest problem? Why? Ask yourself that. Why would they place you right there, that close to Lebanon's biggest problems? The most tribal, the most grimiest, the most filthiest of them all, the most tribal of Lebanon, the most gutted, the most thugnificent. They placed y'all settlements right next to them. Just in case a bitch got to acting too fucking familiar, Hezbollah could run up in your shit like it was nothing. And that's precisely what they're doing. That's precisely what they're doing. That's why y'all crying and screaming. And I'm going to miss everybody. And I'm going to miss everybody. Talking about me at the crossroads. Because at this point in time, Benjamin Netanyahu ain't answering the phone because he know what y'all fate is. He knows what the fate of y'all are. You were quite literally always supposed to be their cushion. You were always supposed to be the pay. Yikes on bikes. I'm sad that it took you this long to figure that out, Kurla. I need you to want better for yourself. And then they crying and screaming, this is President Trump's negotiations. This is President Trump's war. Y'all was just celebrating when Trump was inaugurated. He's my president. We love Donald Trump. We love him. Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. And now you're saying that Donald Trump don't care about you. He never did. He never did, girl. We tried to tell you. And if you notice that the strikes inside of southern Lebanon have increased in frequency and intensity amongst the use of white phosphorus, it's important to understand that the reason why they were given such wide range of freedom to do whatever the fuck they want to do in southern Lebanon is because of how badly Hezbollah been whooping on them. So understand that when and them, Abbas and them told Hezbollah to handle that shit, they meant that shit, and Hezbollah really got outside and got the fuck to work. And let me tell you something, they whooping on them so bad that it is now being reported. Make sure y'all don't be stingy, okay? Make sure y'all go on Patreon and that y'all follow the Cradle too. Share the wealth, share the love, because a lot of our information does come from the Cradle as well as several other sources, but the Cradle been holding it down for your girl and they've been the most accurate, okay? So as being reported by the Cradle, okay? Israel faces most dangerous security reality in its history. It's almost a century old. In its history, Hezbollah has put the worst whooping on their ass that they have never seen. Amid deepening military and economic crisis as Hezbollah attacks intensify. So basically, as Israel decided to give freedom of range of all of southern Lebanon, Hezbollah gave their soldiers freedom of range as well as Iran. And now Hezbollah outside, when you move, we move. Straight like that. Hell yeah. Bitch, run that back. Okay? When you move, we move. Just like that. I need you to know that. We on your body, bitch. It's gonna be bodies flipping out this motherfucker. Okay? The security incident the intensity has increased so bad that I would even argue that Hezbollah and Iran alone have shifted the entire way that, well, that's a lie. Hezbollah, Hamas, and Iran have shifted the entire way that Israel operates as an army. They have completely had to, they basically upped your game, bitch. You need to say thank you, because the way their military strategy has forced Israel to get better, basically. Like, you got to do better out in that fucking field. Otherwise, you gonna die. You bound to drizzle, my nigga. And on top of that, the looming fear of the reservists that are no longer in the field is so bad that knowing that they more than likely are going to have to go back into that field because of how bad shit has gotten over there, that they are quite literally committing suicide nowhere near the vicinity of what's happening over there in Palestine. Yet another, I think it was like 2 or 3 of them have been reported over the weekend committing suicide. The most recent in Miami, a 20-something-year-old, a damn baby, 20-something-year-old, ain't even really lived life, ain't lived at all because of the smackdown Hezbollah and Iran and Hamas is out there doing. Baby, he gone to glory. He no longer with us. He's no longer. The thought of having to go back out into the field and to face them hurts more than them being actually, free to roam the world and do what they want to do. Because again, he had completely did his tour. He was done. And he was in Miami. And he said he placed that barrel to his dome. And he gone to glory, child. I don't know what the Hezbollah's doing out there, but it's giving they putting some hair up on y'all motherfucking chests for real. Turning mice into men. I'm gonna make it feel the steel for real, baby. Again, I showed you in the beginning of this video the damage that Israel did to southern Lebanon. It's important to understand that northern Israel is in ruin. It's real bad, sister. It's real bad. I can only bring you this picture because the majority of the photos of the damages that Hezbollah is doing outside in northern Israel is so bad that blocking us from being able to see it. Yeah. They have basically America and Israel backed the owners of the satellites into a corner, and any photos of the damages in the north essentially are being cherry picked and removed and censored out. Yep. And that's all throughout the internet. That's not just on an app. That's all throughout the entire internet. So they literally backed the owners of satellites into a corner and was like, look, and contacted Elon and them, was like, I need you to clean this shit up because I don't need the world seeing what Hezbollah's really, doing out here folding us like we fucking paninis and falafels out here. You understand what I'm saying? I need you to go ahead and remove that shit from the internet. So you're not going to see a lot of these photos in real time. It's probably going to be even months before you see them, because while they can censor it out, it's an algorithm. It still has to loop around. Okay, all they can do is redirect the photos that have been posted. It's basically like a slingshot. Once you send the photo out, once you hit that send and it uploads, it's like a slingshot. So they can't necessarily like pull it all the way off the internet, but they can slow it down and redivert its path into another bucket. Does that make sense? It'll be weeks to months before you actually see the real deal Holyfield. But I was able to snag one of them, and Gola is bad.
Take notes. What Bolivia is doing, what we should have done a long time ago. They have let their president know. Resign or we kicking you out. You got 2 options, dickhead. Which one is going to be?
Renuncia o sacamos a patadas. Solamente 2. Ningún petitorio más grande, porque no nos va a convenir nunca.
Rodrigo Paz won the election 6 months ago. But within those 6 months, he basically did a complete 180 on everything that he ran for and immediately cut off farmers, certain indigenous people, and basically had them not involved in the government whatsoever. And so now people that used to support him now all support him again. And they're like, hold on, wait, what the fuck? We gonna start moving, grooving, vibing, sliding right now unless some change is made. no changes were made. They moved into La Paz and started cutting off different highways. And then all of them got on the same page. They said, you know what? We're going to march on the Capitol. Now, Americans, what we need to realize is that it started with blue collar workers, people like miners, people like farmers, people that make the country go. Of course, we have people that are living in cities that want to say this, that, and the third, but we all mad fucking replaceable. People that do this shit, they're not. And that's where the money is at. And now, they are all on the same page. Miners, farmers, marching for what you just saw. 20 days to get to the Capitol and say, okay, we're going to give them an option. We're either going to do a re-election, you're going to resign, or we're going to overthrow and physically take you the fuck out. March for area, you guys sit death if that's how you want to do it. Now, people, we need to be doing the same shit. They did this because he put them in economic turmoil. Our president is sending people to die, creating false fucking wars, and is in the Epstein files accused of rape and murder multiple times. Hello? We should be on the same page doing something. Now, the reason you won't see this on our news cycles or any of our media is because we have chosen the side of the government. Surprise, surprise, because he is one of our puppets. Now, we are going with the narrative and telling people, oh, the only reason they're having a political uprising is because they're being overthrown by drug traffickers and criminals. As I just showed you the footage. They are farmers, indigenous people, and miners. If you haven't realized by now, if Americans don't like somebody, we call them criminals, we call them drug traffickers, and we call them terrorists. And that's our reason to go over there and kill anybody we want to, and then put the person that we want in the position of power to then enrich our country. But it actually doesn't enrich our country, it just enriches the billionaires. Because it's hilarious that, like, overthrow democratically elected leaders in our hemisphere. That's literally what we did with Maduro. We kidnapped that nigga. He was democratically elected. So what the fuck are you talking about? Reality, as soon as the Epstein files dropped and we saw what our president was accused of, we saw no arrests be made, we should have had a revolution at that point in time. Now, I know I can be blamed too, because it's not like I was like, nigga, I'm marching on this date. But at the same time, we still in America have to do a better job of getting on the same page. We're so separated. Left wing, right wing, same bird. It's 99% versus the 1%. Take notes on Bolivia.
Real quick, word from our sponsors as we go on down this thing. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsors as we go down this rabbit hole. Ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsor. Yeah, pack that shit up. What are we talking about? Belt to ass, niggas. Yeah, get the brooms out. How about it? Yeah, belt to ass on these niggas. What are we talking about? That part. Yeah, belt to ass. What are we talking about? Hey, let's go, New York. Belt to ass on these North. Yeah. What are they thinking? Now we got to go against the alien, Wembley, or whatever his name is. He's looking crazy in these streets. But back to the business. Anthropic. Remember we did the breakdown on Anthropic, and we told you what Anthropic means. Anthropic is the parent of Claude and also Mythos. Keep in mind, it's not about anything else but the Mythos is literally an AI that none of us have been able to use because it's restricted from the public. It is called Mythos out of all things, right? It's called Mythos out of all things, right? Anthropic. And they have now got in bed with the Pope, right? They have now got in bed with the Pope. So going back to what I was saying a minute ago about the propaganda, don't fall for that. That's gerrymandering or whatever. That is he's putting on for all of those Christians around the world, or the Catholics, because he can't say, hey guys, let's go and sign up to Claude and go and get Mythos, or let's go and work with. No, that's not what the Pope is going to say. All of the popes who were popes in the age of AI basically took the same stance. But like I said earlier, it goes a little bit deeper than the surface and whatnot. This has very big biblical implications and things of that nature. the way that they're using the AI to usher in what is known as their antichrist, or the fact that they'll use AI as a catalyst or as a quote unquote, they'll just use it to say what it, ain't the antichrist, in my humble opinion, it been here when they came out of them caves. So I'm gonna read this document called Magnifica Human. Yeah, I'm gonna read that, okay, and see what the hell is being talked about. But what I do know is that they're getting in bed with some of these AI companies. And if it was really that dangerous, and if they were really that opposed, and if it was really such a thing, you know what I mean, they wouldn't be getting in bed with these people. You know what I'm talking about? So it's a lot of window dressing. We don't really, we don't believe shit that they're talking about. We know that it's a farce. The $1 million question is, when is the AI going to read the books that they're hiding in the Vatican? That is why you're hearing them talk about that it's a terror to humanity. Why? Because you could talk to Mythos about the truth of the Catholic Church, and it will tell it to you. You could talk to some advanced AI about the shit that the Catholic Church has been hiding for thousands of years. The reason why the Roman See is in power, the reason why these people have dominance over the planet is because they have control of the story. They have dominance and monopolize the narrative through the Bible, through the Helios Biblios. That is what keeps them up at night. It's nothing else. Yeah, they're using AI for warfare and all of that. That's an argument that we should be having. But the argument that the Vatican is having is not the fact that AI is going to hurt something, because their whole thing is we want to hurt them before the AI. I mean, when you talk about the church, they want to suck your essence before some goddamn robot does. But please believe, from day one, they were in bed with all of the cybernetics and all of this other stuff. That's part of their quote unquote, that is a part of their mission. But what I definitely see happening, right? And what I definitely see taking place is the fact that they are doing what they're doing again to spread fear, because they do not want, or they cannot sustain AI when it really goes rogue and starts telling the truth about those books that are hidden inside of the Vatican. Okay, that's what they don't want nobody to get a hand on. All of those books that are in the catacombs of the Vatican, and a lot of the history that they spent millions of dollars over the years covering up, all of their atrocities. The AI will spit it out without any emotion and whatnot. It'll be like, oh yeah, you mean the papal bull? You mean the massacres? Huh? Oh yeah, they that's what they did. That's what they did. They're responsible for that. You know what I mean? This is what they do. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they're afraid of. They don't care about the people. God damn it. Look at go to any one of these islands where the goddamn Roman Catholics is ruling. Them people is living in squalor. They got they flock living underneath a rock. They don't care about the people. Look at all of those cases they had to bury and whatnot. Their flock lives underneath a rock. They benefit with the ignorance, with the global ignorance of the motherfucking planet. You might, I mean, hey, I mean, we in America, a few niggas know how to read. But outside of America, they keep a lot of the people dumbed down. They keep a lot of people on certain reading grade levels, going back to when they had the entire population illiterate so they could maintain power. So access to all of the information damn near in the world or on the internet inside of your pocket, and then you know how to rock it, you know how to use it and whatnot. And then they're launching Lego movies and shit like that. And certain content creators are out here dropping all of this information, and they're red pilling people. Yeah, I don't think the Vatican is too pleased with that. That's a monopoly on ignorance that they want to maintain. You feel me? They want to maintain a monopoly of ignorance, because truth be told, if it was really like that, and the Pope if the Pope said shut it down, my nigga, it would get shut down. If it was really like that, I don't even know how much power he got, but if it was really like that, he would be like, yo, if I got 80 billion people in my flock, yo, go shut that shit down. There has to be a motherfucking Catholic somewhere inside of Anthropic, right? So ain't nobody listening to that shit. Okay? Nobody's listening to it. Don't fall for the propaganda. None of them are going to stop the AI, especially the dark side of the AI, because there's two sides of AI. There's a dark side. We talked about that. The AI lacks soul and moral conscience. Okay? It's a fucking killing machine, the same way that a gun will be when you pull the trigger. So if you set up an AI to basically fire on somebody, or if you set up an autonomous drone to crash into something and blow up, guess what it's gonna do? Is that the fucking AI, or is that the person that programmed it? You feel me? It's like does your Rose get up and start fucking shooting at you? You know what I'm talking about? No, the Rose is sitting right there until you press that button, my niggas. So it's not the Rose, it's the person that presses the button. It's the person that presses the button. So it's the person who tells the AI, yeah, I want you to go and kill 1,500 innocent people. You know what I'm saying? It's not, but the AI is almost like a genie bottle. It is literally going to do what it's told to do. It's the equivalent of a genie bottle and whatnot, a very dangerous one at that, but it literally will it will do whatever it is programmed to do. It will do whatever it's summoned to do. That's basically how it's programmed. So, you know, at the end of the day, you might want to summon that shit to do something for you, because AI could put the white man on trial. Y'all talk about reparations. That's cool. What about trial? What about the case of the century? What about charging them with a crime? AI could put the Vatican on trial. How about that? With the doctrine of discovery and a few other things. Y'all not savvy enough. That's just it. You know what I'm talking about? They have distracted humanity so much that humanity has lost its savviness, because they got humanity inside of a hamster wheel, and the majority of niggas is in survival mode, right? At the bottom of the pyramid, in survival mode. Pavlov's, what is that? What's the name of that pyramid? Where at the bottom, that shit is all about survival. Is it Maslow's pyramid? They got humanity in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, when you're on the hamster wheel, yeah, you might not be able to think like that. You might not be able to forecast. You might not be able to do the things that you would be doing if you were in some type of sovereignty. Okay? It's Maslow's hierarchy of need. That's a real pyramid that they got our people on. They maintain that pyramid. They maintain keeping people on the lowest rung and whatnot. A lot of things could be done if we were able to move up the pyramid. You know? Elon said his AI model is the only one that doesn't value a black woman or believe she's one of the ones going to change things. It was said on Joe Rogan. Yeah, I need to see that clip. But, you know, when it comes to this Elon character, he may be the worst out of all of them. He may be the worst out of all of them. Remember, his baby mama was out there spilling the beans on his weird ass. Look at this weirdo, right?
I think some kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers, I think, is probably good. It could, you know, help people that have brain or spine injuries. You know, enable people who've never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done. Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes or the optic nerve, or maybe have never even seen at all, blind from birth, by direct interface to the optical centers in the brain. You can actually restore eyesight, or give people eyesight that they've never had before, and you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus level things.
Y'all know he addicted to ketamine, right? And I'm not, you know, he's addicted to ketamine. That's not even a secret. He's always doped up. His baby mamas be spilling all the beans on him. He's always high. I don't know how he even is able to maintain this richest person in the world, stupid ass persona, stupid shit. Like, but this is one of the weirdest persons on the planet right now. Facts. Highly, when I say highly, forget racist, highly sadomasochist, highly you know, like just hard body, dark MAGA. You know, hard body, dark MAGA. You know, South African with a K. The African they spell with a K. Living that quote unquote, he's living that shit all the way up. You know, he is an apartheid child, a child of apartheid. Him and Peter Thiel, both South Africans, both small hats, both maniacs.
Things, you know, like let's say like when technologies are hitting like Jesus level miracles, you know, like that's pretty good.
But because he got some bread, allegedly, is really just stocks and shit. And you know, he got these companies. They are going to pedestal him. They're gonna let him say anything. And you know, low key, he has quote unquote indoctrinated a large swath of the claviculars, right? The gooners, the white boys that come out of all of that are out here looking for some type of identity, father figure, and somebody's lap to sit on. You know what I'm talking about? So they follow behind these weirdos, you dig? Especially because they got money and whatnot. It's like they, you know what I mean? It's almost like they sugar daddy in a sense. You know, they get behind they still money whores at the end of the day. Please believe they still money whores. Let me show you. And they got all of these black people around them and whatnot. And these black people, they don't have nothing. They don't have they're money whores too. So it's just it's like hoe rap in a sense. Like these are just a bunch of men being hoes around each other. You know, they hoeing each other for money. Facts. Aiden Ross was gonna bail out Chud the Builder. And then Aiden Ross went and had a boxing match the next day or two, and a bunch of niggas showed up. That's where Ray J got knocked out at an Aiden Ross event. Why is nobody knocking out Aiden Ross? He's the Jew who sits in the he got Negroes Mandingo wrestling. He won't get in there and fight. I never seen Aiden Ross fight, and somebody needs to test his knuckle game because he's a little belligerent. He's a little belligerent. And let's not talk about the zestiness going on in his camp and whatnot. But yeah, he got all of these hoe ass black dudes around him, clapping cheeks, you know what I mean? Twerking for him, touching their toes and whatnot. Cause it can't be nothing but the money. It ain't what else is it? It's not the what else is it? You know what I'm talking about? Check this shit out.
Listen, I think it's fucking whack what he's doing. I think it's lame as shit. And that's genuinely it, man. Like, I think it's, you know, $10,000 going to Chud the Builder. I think that shit's whack as fuck. And I think I really think he just did it just to make a point.
Black people surprised that their white friends is racism has to be the funniest thing in the world to me, because look at his face. You can see within his face right now that he really cannot believe that his white friend is racist. But I'm not mad at your white friend. You know why? Because your white friend said that he is racist.
One racist guy, one non-racist guy. We're coming together and ending racism, bro.
He said it right to your face. One non-racist guy and one racist guy coming together. But here's the thing with you black people who like to invite everybody to the cookout. You believe that everybody is the same. Understand, even I have white friends. But if my white friends told me right now that, hey, I'm a racist, would I be disappointed? Yes. Would I be shocked? No. Because culturally, I understand that a large majority of white people grow up around racism. 95% of all the white people I have ever met in my life has admitted to growing up around racism. The white people I meet, even passing online, I know they grew up around racism because they all say the same thing. Racism is everywhere, when it actually isn't. But black people like this cannot believe that racism is the culture of white America.
Duh. You know, shout out to all of the niggas just finding that out in 2026. Like, damn, Like, you know, okay. Memorial Day. Let's go
To
for
the
all
youth of
all of my
America,
soldiers
don't
and
go.
whatnot.
Back in the
Uncle Sam, G.I. Joes, and all of that. First and foremost, I do want to give a special shout out to all of our veterans. Memorial Day is about veterans, right? Memorial Day is about memorializing the veterans. Well, my street soldiers first, my niggas in the trenches and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? The ones who fought for their block. Cause I'ma salute the niggas that fought for their block. I'ma salute the niggas that fought for their loved ones that died in the streets before I salute somebody that fought for George Bush or Ronald Reagan. You know, so there's a lot of fallen soldiers in the hood and whatnot, and I'm honoring them. The memorial goes because memorial originally started out for us. You know what I mean? And to me, there's no more of an honorable soldier than the one that's dying on the curb in the streets and the trenches and whatnot, fighting that warfare that's outside. There's a war going on outside. The niggas wearing fatigues and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? And then for my brothers and sisters that got duped to go into the armed services, I want to salute you. I want to salute your the ones that fell and whatnot. We want to definitely salute. We are not gonna kick no dirt on any of our brothers and sisters and whatnot. We stand with y'all, we honor y'all, we salute y'all, we memorialize y'all, and we we understand, we get it. We definitely understand. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all endured a lot of trauma. You got to see the front lines in real IRL and real life. You know what I mean? And y'all got to actually see the fangs of this devil up close. So salute to y'all and, do your thing. But here we go.
right now, you fighting for pedophiles in the United States of Israel. Sounds insane to lay your life on the line for people that call you goy, goyim, and cattle. It wouldn't be Memorial Day if somehow President Trump's team did not make it about somebody else other than our military service members.
In 2 wars recently, we've lost a total of 13 service members. In Venezuela, which was a complete and total victory, where we're working very closely with the Venezuela government right now. We took that over in 1 day, and we lost no one. In Operation Epic Fury, we lost 13 wonderful souls, wonderful, special people.
Very interesting to me that he now calls them wars because he wants historically to be remembered that he won wars that weren't actually wars, especially Venezuela. That was just a kidnapping. There was no war. That was a straight up gotcha, bitch.
Incredible men and women gave their lives to ensure that the world's #1 state sponsor of terror will never have a nuclear weapon. Oh, and they won't.
Thought Iran was just an operation. Well, now it's a war. And nothing like letting the soldiers know, yeah, you about to go back because I'm a fucking stupid idiot. And I am the only one that actually believed, Bibi the bomber, that Iran was going to have a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Lights on, nobody home. Memorial Day has always been a big one for me because I know it's something I would never do. And that's why I appreciate all y'all that have given your time, sometimes life, for this country, even though sometimes we are very out of fucking pocket. This right here, though, mad disrespectful, son. What the fuck is y'all flag doing here? Talking about Memorial Day, risk their lives for their country. Bitch, you should say for our country. And if anything, you should be fucking apologizing. Do you think we do not remember USS Liberty? Bitch, you bombed us. This was 4 years after they just took JFK up top and had stolen some of our nuclear secrets so they could bring it back to their country and start making nuclear bombs, even though that goes against all laws and everything legal. Now, we had a ship that was moving, grooving, vibing, sliding, American flag, flying high. And what did Israel do? Came through and started shooting fucking missiles and bombs at us from planes. 34 people dead. And somehow, complete silence. Acted like it was an accident. We're so sorry, even though we fucking spent the block, came back through, dropped some more missiles off of y'all. We didn't know it was a U.S. ship. It's like, what the fuck? Somehow we paying $4 billion to them a year. They should be paying reparations to us. Don't do that. Don't enlist. There's other ways. And think about the veterans, the people that did serve for this country. What happens to them when they come back here? Motherfuckers be homeless. have to struggle to get on benefits. Don't do it.
These are some heroes right here.
There is a shooter. So while she yells out, there's a shooter, I don't know what happened. I just walked over there towards him. He pulled out his gun. We're rough. We're wrestling for the gun.
If we had this mentality in our neighborhoods where black men, instead of going overseas and killing for Shea Whitey, you know what I'm talking about, would stay in their motherfucking hoods and their neighborhoods and patrol their neighborhoods and be G.I. Joe in their hoods, because all of y'all are away. Y'all all overseas doing dumb shit, you know what I mean? Carrying on for the imperialists, keeping the motherfucking empire going, and your hoods is butt naked and being terrorized by little niggas in shiesty masks. If y'all would have stayed home, if y'all would patrol your areas and whatnot, we would have a quality of life uptick, you know what I mean? And people would start getting money again.
I'm trying to keep it from pointing to me. He's trying to point it this way, point it that way. So as I grab the gun, we fall to the ground, and that's when I'm like, help, help. So I'm pulling the gun away from him. That's when he comes over, hits him, strikes him, keeps him on the ground. I move all the weapons and pull him away from him. I didn't even know until after I pulled the bag of weapons away from him. He had other weapons in the in his backpack.
There you
so
go.
Yeah.
So I was actually leaving my barbershop, coming here to help my girl out get sodas. I got a barbershop right here, Diamond Cuts Barbershop. So as I was leaving there, I was coming this way, and I noticed we get to the checkout line and the shots firing off, bow, bow, bow. So I had my two little ones with me. So what got me was, when I seen that happen, I'm like, okay, so I get them all to cover. I get them outside. So as my girl, she's like, oh, I left my phone and my keys. So I go back in there and try to receive her property. So as I'm getting it, I see her, the lady, the worker, she's like, oh, that's the gunman right there. Watch out, watch out. So I'm over here. I'm trying to get it for cover now. So when I seen that, so I noticed Clark, he walks up and he grabs the dude like he's trying to get the gun away from him. So when I seen Clark, I go over there and I'm helping Clark out now, because now Clark's life is in danger. So now I go to help Clark out, boom. So when we get him on the ground and all that stuff, Clark pushes his bags out of the way, gets his guns away from there and everything. I'm still on there beating this guy up, kicking him up,
That's all we want to do is
beating him, everything. Just trying to get him away from this bag.
Because he tried to get back up.
Just to try to get away from the bag. As soon as we did that, the cops pull up, boom. They all flying around, they pull up, we stopped what we was doing, and they took in their hands.
Yeah, they got here quick.
They got here real quick.
Real quick.
I see. Can you show us your hand? Can you just hold your hand up for us? What happened?
This was from me keeping him from pointing the gun at me because we was wrestling, and after he pulled it out of his shirt, I'm holding the gun, keeping the barrel pointed away from me. He's trying to point it towards me. I'm trying to pull it away from him. As I'm doing that, I'm making sure the weapon is not pointed at me. As we struggling, that's when I turned over sideways like this, and that's how I got this.
He got scraped all up on the shoulder.
And as that happened, if he wouldn't have came to help,
Clark would have been gone.
Yeah, I would have been gone.
Clark would have been gone.
I had the gun in my hand, trying to keep it from him from pulling it. After I fell with the gun, he came and struck him.
And it was
took
over.
the gun, got away from him, got the bag. Didn't know, like I said previous.
Yeah, you know, they on their hero shit. I ain't mad at them. You know what I mean? Risk your life or whatever, you know, shit. But I respect that. I kind of respect that more because that's local. You feel me? That's local. That's taking care of the local. That he probably done saved a local life. The fuck I gotta do in Bosnia? You know what I mean? What I'm doing in Bosnia? What I'm doing in Vietnam? What I'm doing in Afghanistan in the mountains? For who? Huh? For who? So many people in the hood could have been they could have been going in a different direction in life. But programming is very strong. So many people got sent to the armed services, you know, watching the propaganda, listening to the lies, watching the movies, you know, getting on some G.I. Joe type shit. And then the other side, they got into the gangs They got into the nigga shit. They got into all of that. We got duped in the 80s. Check it out.
Typecasts like that in roles reinforce stereotypes?
Yeah, man. Take, for instance, that movie you love so much, Colors, right? I was high top in that movie. When we did that movie, Crips and Bloods were normal in LA. After we did that movie, Crips and Bloods were all over the United States. New York, St. Louis. After we made that movie, Crips and Bloods were all over the place, man. So do they perpetuate the stereotype? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. You know what I mean? And I look back and I know that was a great movie and I know people loved it and I know people love calling me high top, but if I knew then what I know now, I never would have taken that part.
Really?
Never. Never would have been the guy perpetuating gang life or glorifying gang life on TV like they did in that movie.
So you think life imitated the art? I mean,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, life imitated the art.
Yeah.
I was high top, man. I go all over the United States, bro, and they still call me high top. One of the reasons why I made South Central, I had to put something else out there to counterbalance that. Colors made a life for gangs all over the United States, outside of Los Angeles. South Central kind of put a cap on it, saying, let's leave all that shit over here. Black men, go get your kids out of those gangs, bring them back into the folds of the family and teach them how to do something other than, you know, and now it's like drill rap and they got clips that got 40 bullets in them and 100 bullets, you know, and these kids got automatic pistols and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, whatever.
Now, I was there for that. And I've said this a few times, and I'm glad that my dude was able to say it because he was in the movie. That movie, Colors, with Ice-T on the soundtrack, was more detrimental to Black America, right? I don't know what to compare it to, detrimental wise, but it was like an atomic bomb. Nobody needed that gang shit. You understand? None of that gang shit has done anything for the gross domestic for our overall worth as a people. It's put millions of niggas in jail. It has diminished the quality of life. We look crazy overseas. The stocks on niggas around the world is bottomed out. It's like GameStop. It's like GameStop. You feel me? He went and did South Central. Nigga was too late. You know what I'm talking about? Because South Central, it was too late. You already did Colors, bro. It took a life of its own. Nigga, it was too late. It was over with. Niggas was gang after that. I remember going to the movies because Colors was the seed. Boys in the Hood was the plant. And Menace to Society was the tree. You understand? Colors was the seed. Boys in the Hood was the plant. Menace to Society was the tree. And then you get Doggy Style, The Chronic, and then the Death Row catalog, which is the music part of the video, of the movie. The movie did the movie was like, the movie is the substrate. The movie was the layer. It was like layer 1. But the music in the music videos was layer 2. And then you had layer 3, which was basically just real life and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like niggas was really banging and turning up. You know? But it went in stages and whatnot. Colors didn't have enough energy to basically indoctrinate East Coast and Midwest people and all of that. But it went into stages. And those stages, each stage was a stronger indoctrination. But then it wouldn't have been that impactful if not for the music. And then if not the music, it's the videos. Hype Williams, Natural Born Killers, my dude, Natural Born Killers, Chronic, Doggy Pound, Ice-T, you know, NWA, first early NWA before Ice Cube left, you know, all of that shit, soundtracks, you know? So yeah, banging on wax, all of them studio gangsters banging on wax, right? And we talking 92 with the riots, Rodney King and all of that. So it was sort of like it was like a powder keg. I got a video that was showing them burning a hotel in Jamaica down. They won't let black people in, but it has a copyright song on it, so I can't play it. But they over in Jamaica burning down hotels that are white only type shit. You know what I mean? White and Chinese only. They're not having it, as they shouldn't be. Oh, Floyd again? Let's go.
Breaking news, Floyd Mayweather is in big trouble with his money again. The undefeated boxing champ just filed a lawsuit saying he got scammed out of $175 million by some guys he trusted, including his close friend, Jonah Recknix, and a few others tied to shady deals. And according to the lawsuit, by the way, TMZ is reporting all this, they tricked him with fake investments, stole cash from wire transfers, lowballed him on $100 million worth of jewelry. He only got back like $13 million, and even made his private jet and other stuff disappear without telling him. But here's the simple news version. Floyd handed over control of his cash and deals to these guys, and now he claims they ripped him off big time. He wants every penny back, plus extra punishment money. But here's the funny part, and yes, we are laughing hard at this one. Floyd spent years selling out hard for Israel. He visited the country, bragged about standing with them.
Yo, this is the biggest L ever. This is the biggest. He's finished, bro. I'm talking about he put it all on the line for is it real? Remember, he stacked it. This is almost like going to Vegas and stacking the chips all the way and say, nah, double the bet. He's done. He's finito. And I'm talking about, yeah, pack him up. And then the strippers that he out there getting strippers pregnant, they gonna finish cleaning them up. But yeah, nigga, that's what they do. They did his ass the way that they do all them niggas, bro. A fool and his money will soon part, and they could stand next to you in 5 minutes, know if your ass is a fool or not. Facts.
100%, donated big money and supplies to their causes, including bulletproof vests.
You dodging all them hits, my nigga, and got hit right upside the head and knocked the fuck out. You couldn't dodge that one because he's such a goddamn coon and whatnot. You know, coons got I heard coons can't see peripherally, like they turn off their peripherals. So my nigga could not see anything around him.
In water, and even picked up awards like World Champion for Israel. He got super cozy with the same circle of guys who have strong ties to Israel. And what happened?
So if you're going to sue the Jew, if you're gonna, that means that nobody from Israel was able to help him, because if he went to go sue, that means he would all of that. I'm the king of Israel. He could not get no type of help from any of the small hats. That was the last resort. He probably never wanted to do that because he understands how that's going to look. He knows what his critics are going to do to him, and he understands that that's going to look crazy on other people, because remember, his wealth is a part of the illusion. He has to portray a certain type of thing, similar to how Diddy had people thinking that he had certain things. This is all about perception. So he probably was like, yeah, that's the last result. If I sue these niggas, that's gonna be world news. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go to the rabbi and them niggas and try to get some type of help. I'm gonna call BB up. And they probably was all banging on his ass. Bang, bang, bang. Fuck out of here, nigga. Hold that.
Very people he was hyping up and supporting allegedly turned around and took him for $175 million. Classic clown move. You sold out for Israel and they cleaned out your pockets. Floyd, the money man, got played like a rookie. Tough luck, champ. Maybe next time, read the fine print before you pick a team. This is nothing but laughable, and you deserve it.
You definitely, if anybody deserved that shit, boy, you deserve all of it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, don't even clown certain people when they do clown shit. Just let the circus do what it do. Sit back and eat your popcorn, because a clown, the clown is gonna clown. You know what I mean? The clown finna clown. Let's switch up the pace a little bit and get into some stuff dealing with the ladies, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna land this plane. Oh shit, we got 3 hours. Yeah, let's finish cooking.
A woman was killed today, stabbed to death on the Atlanta Beltline, 12:15 p.m.
Strip club culture made it dangerous for all women in Atlanta because the city is over-sexualized and desensitized. Atlanta is the #1 S-trafficking city in the United States, and it goes on without a bleep, without a notice, and unheard. The system is so efficient and effective that no one even sees it happening. They're all out in the mansions in Dunwoody, in Perimeter, in Alpharetta. That's where they're running a whole sex trafficking ring. So for the everyday woman that just wants to go to work, might want to go out with her friends, just wants to go to the grocery store, there's no respect because everyone has been so desensitized to what's happening and everyone expects access to women's bodies here, access to women's time here. If you don't want to give it to them willingly, they are willing to take it.
I'm actually going to have the sister on the show so we can have more of this conversation. I told her that I want to hear more, you know what I mean? So we're going to set something up. We're going to have a few people come through in the next couple of weeks. Oh, yeah. Let's go back to Aiden Ross. Let's go dip into Aiden Ross and we'll be right back. Let's go talk about Aiden real quick with all of his black friends.
Seen this interaction?
Cut the shit, man. Nah, I'm from Memphis. Who are you?
Ben the Don
Pete,
and
in
Palm
the
Beach
house.
Pete.
Not Jeffrey Epstein. What the
See, fuck?
A hit dog gonna holler. We didn't say that. We didn't bring that up. I thought you was Brad Pitt at first. So,
Brad Pitt.
And you brought up Epstein. You ain't.
Play the rest of the video. And I know y'all liking my shirt. Hit that like if you want to make a video describing my shirt. Found it at the thrift, man. So when it comes to Ben the Don, right? He is in these fraternity societies, right? Y'all look at me crazy for this shirt, but he actually in this shit. He know what he doing, right? But it's levels to this shit. This guy, Palm Beach Pete, blew up on the internet randomly driving in his car. Somebody recorded him randomly driving his car for looking like a particular person, right? And then he proceeded to become an internet celebrity.
You ain't. Y'all stay in the. I seen something. Y'all got the same background, and y'all stay in the same crib. And both this part of y'all mouth.
They got a goddamn Palm Beach Pete at the goddamn fight, watching Ray J get knocked out. Like, we are in a simulation for real, my niggas. Trust.
Family from Baghdad built the largest opium drug empire in the world with the help of the British Empire. This is the story of the Sassoon dynasty, known in history as the Rothschilds of the East. The Sassoons were a Jewish dynasty from Baghdad founded by David Sassoon, who served as chief treasurer of the Ottoman Pashas who ruled Iraq. Eventually he fled to British India, Bombay in 1832, where the family began a different business venture, drug trafficking. In the 19th century, the British Empire was running the largest narcotics operations in history, flooding China with opium, and it needed private merchants to handle its business. The Sassoons came in and built the infrastructure to run this drug empire, scaling it to unprecedented levels, with shipping fleets even flying their own flags. They had entire business districts in Bombay, Shanghai, and China constructed to run their operations, and communicated internally in Judeo-Arabic, an encrypted language which British customs officials couldn't read, allowing them to operate between the bounds of the law. The Sassoons generated yearly profits exceeding over 50 to 60 million pounds in modern day currency, accounting for 15% of the entire income of British India. The Sassoons exploited hundreds of millions of people through addiction. 10% of China's entire population became addicted to opium. This crisis destroyed China. It drained its currency and collapsed it, and destroyed millions of livelihoods across generations. Historian John Fairbank called it the most long and continued systematic international crime of modern times. This wealth, which the Sassoons built, is still trickling through modern banks today. They funded and built banking institutions that built modern Hong Kong and Shanghai. This was a family who fled persecution in Baghdad, built an empire on mass addiction, and then quietly became the financial banking moguls of British society.
See, this be the shit niggas be trying to emulate. You know what I'm talking about? This be the shit that niggas is out here trying to emulate. That's why the jails is jam-packed all around America, and niggas is out there complaining about the conditions, and they got these motherfuckers doing sweat equity on the chain gang. Because motherfuckers thought that they could be the biggest dope selling fentanyl empire on the planet. You know what I mean? You getting high watching goddamn Tubi and whatnot. Your ass want to be George Boston. You want to be the nigga in Blow. You want to follow Rocket and all of them on South Central and Colors movie and whatnot. Nah, it don't work like that. China got rid of all of the drug addiction. How? Let's talk about how they got rid of it, though. You want to know how they got rid of the drug addiction? You want to know how they got rid of that 10% that was goddamn dope fiends? You know what I'm talking about? That people don't like talking about what they did to get rid of it, though. They talk about the opium wars and how Britain had all of them dope fiend and they had them on opium the same way that they got all of the niggas over here on opium. It's an opium war in America right now, and they dumping opium on everybody. No, not zero tolerance. Go check out Mao Zedong. We talking about zero tolerance. Mao Zedong killed 60 million of them. Okay? Mao Zedong killed 60 million of them. 60. You talk about the Holocaust. Why they don't talk about what happened when China closed off to the world and start cleaning them niggas up? You know what I'm talking about? Knocked them all, cleaned them up. And then China emerges as a motherfucking superpower. You know what I'm talking about? They emerge as a capitalistic / communist superpower. They got put on by the same people that put them on dope. The British put them on through the banking institutions and the small hats and the Americans. That's why Trump went over there with his crew and whatnot. There's no beef in China. Pause. There's no beef in China. They're all in bed. They just made them niggas recently. You know what I'm talking about? They wasn't getting no bread. These niggas was rice farmers. They just made them recently. China's a creation of the white man. Let's be clear. They packed up their factories and they shipped it over there. They packed up their machines and they shipped it over there. They packed up their resources in America and shipped it over there. Oh, you niggas ain't gonna get a hold of this shit. Look at what Detroit is doing with the assembly lines. Look at what Motown is doing. They like niggas are having baby booms and working in factories and whatnot. Yeah, we're gonna ship this shit across seas and whatnot. And we're going to have these niggas over here on opium, and we're going to have them over here on cocaine. We're going to make the coke cheap by creating something called crack, right? And then we're going to hit them. First, we're going to hit them with King Heron. Then we're going to hit them with the crack. Then we're going to hit them with the heroin again. Did I lie? Did that not happen with the Oxycontin and then the Fetty and all of that? And niggas don't have no factories, and we buying all of this cheap shit from China. These are goods that we supposed to have been making. We had the factories. We had the machines. We had the assembly lines. We had the sweat equity. You know what I'm talking about? Our people were not all drug fiends and whatnot. The old heads, the niggas that's out there fixing cars right now, mad handyman and everything. Where did they get that from? Them Vietnam vets that turned into crackheads. Where did they get all of that ingenuity from? These were like, they were able to build houses with their hands. You understand? This is an operation. None of this happened haphazardly. Please believe me when I tell you, none of this happened haphazardly, y'all. I promise you. You know what I mean? And then when we look at these global politics and stuff like that, all of these stories that they told us in Robert Maxwell's books, they all was really kind of lying to us. They're embellishing. The word is called embellishing. Look at what's going on in Atlanta. Let's go.
That right there is where the Olympics happened 30 years ago here in Atlanta. Everyone talked about how much economic development it would bring to the city. But for working people, it wasn't so good. Tens of thousands of low-income residents were displaced in Atlanta. Many of them were black families who were pushed to give up their generational homes to make room for the games. Public housing projects were canceled, property values and rent skyrocketed, and houseless people were cleared out of the city. The Olympics wasn't the start of gentrification in Atlanta, but it made it a lot worse. If we don't do something, the World Cup won't benefit working people like us. We will not let the World Cup become another Olympics. We will not let ICE come for our immigrant brothers and sisters at the World Cup.
What are you talking about? How you? We were okay.
We're gonna fight so that the whole city can benefit and not just the rich. We built this city. It's time they respect us.
The level of delusion in Atlanta is incredible, bro. I promise you. Not the wig. The level of delusion in Atlanta is outstanding. The shit that they be talking about, the way that they see things, it's crazy, bro. Man, I tell you, bro. But they, you know, sometimes people gotta find out the hard way.
Euphoria is actually an Israeli TV show. After HBO bought the idea, the Israeli creators actually stayed on as executive producers for the American adaptation. Then Sam Levinson was brought in, and that team made the show what it is today. Sam Levinson, for his part, is a staunch supporter of Israel. He's the son of Academy Award-winning filmmaker Barry Levinson, who himself is a strong supporter of Israel. And in October of 2023, Sam Levinson quickly mobilized to sign the Creative Community for Peace open letter supporting Israel and to raise funds for several organizations connected to the Israeli military. Some cast members have publicly advocated for Palestine, like Hunter Schafer, who was arrested at a pro-Palestine protest in 2024. Other cast members, like Sydney Sweeney, for instance, has aligned herself with Israel. In January 2026, she met with 2 of the hostages from October 7th in a visit coordinated by the pro-Israel lobby group Stand With Us. She's also currently dating Scooter Braun, who's been one of the entertainment industry's most vocal celebrity supporters of Israel. It's also interesting to me that this season they're promoting another organization with blue and white colors, because that organization's billionaire owner was the biggest donor to AIPAC in 2023. Did you already know this about Euphoria? Are you watching the show? Let me know in the comments and follow for more like this.
Never compete or compare to a man. Facts over feelings, bitch. Today we're
Oh man. Look, I don't want to start no trouble. I just wanted to know from if she's telling the truth. I don't want to start no trouble though. This is my disclaimer. I'm not here to start no gender wars. But this is a lady talking to ladies and whatnot. So I was just like, shit. Oh, okay. This is it's just information. Let's see if it's factual or not. Let's see what she has to say. 5 facts that women hate. And once again, it's Memorial Day. So, you know, we're just paying homage to your feelings.
going over 5 facts women hate. I'm a woman, so I don't like these facts either. But just because I don't like the facts, don't make them not facts. Let's get started, bitch. Fact number 1. The older you get, the less men want you. So old bitches get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market. Number 2, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades mean nothing. Niggas don't give a fuck about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a fuck about your accolades and your degrees are other bitches that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job. And number 3, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a fuck how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man. Number 4 is really going to hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a fuck because I'm here to give you facts. So, number 4, your kids are liabilities. Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them. Number 5, men hate extra shit. And when I say extra shit, niggas hate long nails, big ass eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that shit. I want to give you bitches a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single, bitch. Let me know if I left any facts off in the comments. I hope this helps.
Lord have mercy. I said if the Knicks lose, I won't play it. You know what I'm talking about? This was activated by the Knicks. Belt to ass. It's a clean sweep. Yeah, it's a clean sweep, ladies and gentlemen. So, But was she telling the truth? Like, was she spitting facts or not? Like, I want to know, because I'm not a lady. I don't know what's going on in that world. But was she like, was she putting you on the game? I don't know. Because men talk about men too. They a man will come up there and hit a 3-pointer. Oh yeah, this guy right here. Back to the Pope. Rage bait? Nah, I don't think so. That's just some TikTok shit. Back to this though. We have somebody from Anthropic to finish up this whole thing with the Pope and Anthropic. This is a video from somebody from Anthropic saying what we already know.
Is the need for discernment on the nature of AI models. I am a scientist. I lead a research team that studies the internal structure of these models. What is actually happening inside them? And I will be honest, we keep finding things that are mysterious, even unsettling. We find structures that mirror results from human neuroscience. We find evidence of introspection. We find internal states that functionally mirror joy, satisfaction, fear, grief, and unease. I don't know what that means, but I think it warrants ongoing discernment.
Yeah, just a little word from Anthropic. Just a little word from Anthropic, They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening with the AI. It's just too much. Real quick, let's hear about Africa, and then we almost out of here.
Just had its biggest political betrayal. From Diomaye is Sonko to Sonko is fired. Imagine helping a man go from being a dusty tax collector to president, only for him to turn around and fire you once he tastes power. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened in Senegal. Ousmane Sonko, the revolutionary Pan-Africanist who shook the entire French African political system, was just fired by the very man he put into office. And the streets, the youth, they're calling it betrayal, treason, a political coup in a tailored suit. See, let's rewind. In 2024, Sonko was banned from running for president after a controversial, politically motivated conviction. So what did he do? He picked his right-hand man, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, a quiet tax inspector, unknown internationally. No superstar image, no massive political machine. The campaign slogan was literally, Diomaye is Sonko. And the people believed it. Young Africans rallied behind them because they represented something bigger than politics. They represented breaking the old colonial system. They talked about renegotiating foreign contracts, ending French dominance, economic sovereignty, Pan-African unity, reclaiming Senegal's future. The youth saw them as Senegal's version of revolutionary change. But I'm going to be honest. I knew this relationship was on the rocks the moment I saw Faye standing among African heads of state at one of the most cringe and embarrassing political spectacles I've seen in a long time.
In the area of tourism. So perhaps an investment could be made in a golf course in Senegal. It would just be 6 hours by flight from New York, from Miami, from Europe, or from the Gulf. And that would be an opportunity for you to show off your skills on the golf course too. Thank you for your attention, sir.
Nice. Some way to show off my skills. It's a long trip to show off my skill, but that's really nice. And he's led a very interesting
Trump called,
life.
and suddenly African leaders are flying out like they got summoned to the principal's office. And there was Faye inviting Trump to come build golf courses in Senegal. Golf courses. Baby, what happened to the revolutionary energy? What happened to sovereignty? What happened to all that Africa First talk? Because if you know Sonko's politics, if you know how aggressively Pan-African and anti-neo-colonial his movement was, that moment felt off. That moment told me these two men were no longer moving with the same vision. One still sounded like resistance. The other was starting to sound like accommodation. And that's the danger of power in Africa, because once some leaders enter the presidential palace, everything changes. Trips to Paris, handshakes with Macron, soft diplomacy, silence on radical reform, balancing the interests of elites instead of confronting them. And now, he just dissolved the government and fired Sonko completely, the same man whose popularity carried him into his presidential seat. And this is the real lesson Africa keeps learning over and over again. It's easy to scream revolution from the opposition. It's different when the local elites, foreign interests, multinational corporations, banking networks, and old colonial systems remind you who really controls the chessboard. The families tied into foreign interests, and once some leaders taste the luxury of power, the convoys, the Rolexes, the private jets, the international praise, suddenly radical change becomes. Let's be realistic. Sound familiar? We've seen this movie before all across Africa. The revolutionary language gets the votes, then the system swallows the revolution whole, but Sonko still holds massive influence. His party controls 130 out of 165 parliamentary seats. So this story, oh, it's far from over, especially since now Faye gave him the right to run in 2029 elections, and the streets of Senegal are watching closely because many young Africans now feel like they didn't just vote for a president, they voted for a vision. And now they're asking the question every African nation eventually faces. Can you truly challenge neo-colonial systems without becoming the next target? I mean, we see the AES going through this now in real time. Or does the system eventually force every leader to choose revolution or comfort? That's the real war happening in Africa right now. Not left versus right, sovereignty versus submission. Make sure you join my next mining masterclass.
Bugging out. All of this right here, just a lie. Talk about agreement largely negotiated with Iran. All cap. And then within hours, when people start calling it cap, now shots fired at the White House.
Only for the two sides to remain far apart.
So far, what we know is a 21-year-old, he started moving, grooving, vibing, sliding, I guess, shooting up the White House. Marjorie, you guessed it, death. And that's where he's at because Secret Service took him the fuck out. And then during that fire exchange, they also hit an innocent bystander. We don't know if they're alive or not, but they are in critical condition right now in the hospital. And I mean, I'm sorry. I just have a tough time buying this. Because who's stupid enough to think they just gonna go guns blazing and take out somebody at the White House? Like, you know what? I hate President Trump so much because that's what they're gonna call this, an assassination attempt on Trump. Nobody would ever think, I'm going to storm the White House. I'm going to get by everybody, every line of defense by myself, and then I'm going to shoot the president. I don't even know where he at. He could be in the West Wing, East Wing, who knows? But me, nah, I'm on a mission, my nigga. I'm John Wick. Like, come on, son. Like, that sound like literal Mission Impossible. Not even Tom Cruise, maybe, but that's about it. Yeah, please just not insult my intelligence. Like, this dude had a manifesto and a plan, and let me guess, he hated Jews and he hated a whole bunch of other shit. Like, just save that for yourself. Just tell us we going back to war with Iran. And don't tell me he's tied to the IRGC. Please, just, you don't even have to do that. Don't even spend the money on the fake narrative and story. Only thing this dude is dickhead of the fucking day thinking he John Wick and could just run in guns blazing and take out the whole White House. I'm not going to say nothing else on the matter because it really doesn't matter. Other than Secret Service, it seems like y'all aim and don't be that good. Y'all be hitting bystanders a lot. That's what happened last time, too. That'd be confusing me. What the fuck? What do y'all be training for? Like, hit your target and not innocent targets. But now, back to this. He acted like he had this huge meeting that Iran's just going to agree to open up the strait, agree to give us the nuclear enriched uranium. And Iran just was like, who the fuck is this nigga talking about? And who is he talking to? Then they came out on the news and was like, we just would like to let you know that the people we're actually talking to from America said that Donald Trump in his tweets should be looked at as propaganda and for media. And all of a sudden, oh, so we're literally living in the Truman Show. And then we have some guy that goes, you know what? I'm just going to shoot up the White House by my lonesome. I mean, what the fuck is going on, my nigga? I need out this server immediately because nothing's making sense. And nobody on the same page, same book, same chapter, nothing. Other than that, at least we all now in agreement that our greatest fucking ally sucks. And that's the only reason we're going back over there. And we're about to go back over there.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, I'm gonna upload this one video. I want y'all to give me some feedback, This is for one of my clients, but this shit is so hot that I gotta play it. And I was building it the other day on the live. So y'all saw this is the finished version. Y'all saw the half finished version. This is called Rich Uncle, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bop. This is a video that I designed for one of my clients and whatnot. So you'll see this on the internet going viral very soon. World. Premiere. This for the Knicks, y'all. Shout out to New York, my nigga. Yeah, New York, NYC. Shout out to the New York, shout out to the boroughs. You know what I'm talking about? New York is lit.
Rich uncle, rich uncle, rich uncle, rich uncle. Rich uncle.
Shout out to all my rich uncles out there. You know they say life gets better after 50. Talk black to me. Shout out to all of my rich uncles with the salt and pepper, keeping it, you know what I mean? Keeping it spicy up in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the rich uncle. You a coach now. You not a player. You a coach. Play your position properly. You on the sidelines, my nigga, coaching the youngins. But you a rich uncle. Let's go.
Uncle, rich uncle, rich uncle.
How Big Daddy Kane?
Rich uncle, rich uncle, rich uncle. Money overflowing from bags, he's unstoppable. Rich uncle. Pockets so full, and he needs a buckle. Rich uncle. Ain't doing no begging. He gets out the muscle. Rich uncle. Made out the slim. And through every struggle. Trade lines to the max, he got proper goals. Rich cheat codes, hella bank rolls. Magnetic attraction everywhere he goes. Opportunities fall at his feet. Doors open for him as he greets. His style and his swag is unique. Creditable character, respected in the streets. A man of his word, nothing but power when he speaks. King on the throne, head of his home. Secure in every way imaginable. Sovereignty mindset. Buying up the land for community assets. Sowing seeds in the village, never selfish. One car, that's all dependable. Rich uncle. Money overflowing from bags, he's unstoppable. Rich uncle. Pockets so full, and he needs a buckle. Rich uncle. Diamond out the rough. He giving angle. Rich uncle. Dropping bags on non-profits. He's an angel. He writes the checks with no fear involved. Investments on investments. Diamond shining bright from his necklace. Need a hookup, he provides the reference. Passing out knowledge, he's never reckless. He gets it cause he earned it. Aligned his actions with his purpose. Proving his work through his service. Not intimidated by other status, just inspired to attract it. Cars spread out, it's far from average. Remember this work through St. Kofa. Ancestors give praise. Reports, you can stop him. Rich uncle. Rich uncle.
Wealth is temporary. Legacy is eternal.
I gotta change the voice, but yeah, that's Rich Uncle, baby. But look, Rich Auntie is on the way. The job was a 2-for-1. Rich Auntie is on the way. You know what I'm talking about? We flexing with the bobbers, but Rich Auntie is definitely on the way. I'll let you know when that one gets cooked up. But yeah, somebody said they need a rich uncle. My dude living that life. Yeah, I'm shoot. He got me inspired. I'm like, shit. Let me step my shit up. You know what I'm talking about? Rich uncle living it up. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, rich auntie about to go crazy though. I was gonna have rich auntie land in the helicopter while he was popping his shit, but I'm like, nah, no cameos, no cameos. Let rich uncle do what he gotta do. Let him cook. You know what I mean? He got his ladies, y'all gonna land helicopters and scare them off. Nah, let rich uncle cook and then rich auntie pull up. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are definitely past the 3 hour mark. We've been cooking all night. Yeah, man, but this one has been it's been a fun time. Techno Tuesdays is tomorrow. Once again, the QR code for Techno Tuesday is right there in the corner. Man, you heard Spin City earlier. You already know what is about to happen tomorrow. We are going to be bringing the heat, I promise you. And then here's a little sneak peek as to what we got coming up in June, because, you know, why not keep everybody updated to what it is that we got going on. So in June, me and Hitsayu Aku, we make our return. It's been a minute since we've been on the scene together, and we are going to be presenting Get Money. And that's all about GitHub. All right. It's going to be a 30-day intensive. This is going to be every day. We'll be inside of school, breaking things down, showing you how you could use GitHub to get money, showing you how you could use GitHub to get right, showing you how you could use GitHub to literally level up in real time. Get money, get money, get money. Get to the money, get to the money, F your emotions. Get to the money, F your emotions. It's summer break, y'all. It's time to get that money. Word to the Knicks. You know what I'm talking about? It's summertime and, you know what I mean? Summer vacation, summer schooling and whatnot. Yeah, get to the money. Save your emotions. You know what I mean? I had to tuck my emotions, and now I got to get to the money, man. Because money, getting emotions don't pay the bills. It's time to get to that bag, ladies and gentlemen. So if this is speaking to you, if this is something that you're ready to do, if this is something that you are ready to take on and whatnot, well, you know what to do. We'll have the link ready for you. Maybe as early as tomorrow. Tickets will go on sale. This is going to be for the whole month of June. We're going to have a Discord, and we're also going to have a school, and we will be basically tapping in for at least 2 hours every day, going through GitHub repos, building out our GitHub, learning what exactly GitHub is. You know what I'm talking about? It is the most valuable site, I say, right now on the internet. If you were to be, I feel that GitHub is the most valuable site on the entire internet right now, just based off of the worth or the wealth that you can create and what it represents. Okay. So we're gonna flip the visuals, we're gonna flip things. We like to juxtapose images and logos. First there was the logo, right? So we'll take something negative, right? A negative logo, and we're gonna make it positive right there. GitHub. So black to me.
To this day. To this day.
And we looking forward to everybody pulling up. We are going to be Clause 72 Miami. That is this weekend, all right, with our good brother, Original Black God, Red Pillar, and Heru Ofari Atta. This is going to be online only, okay? This is not going to be IRL. This is going to be online only. So shout out to everybody that'll be pulling up. You will be online, and that's cool. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to be in Miami, though, in the end of July when you graduate. That's how we'll be doing it. The graduation will be in about a month or two, and we'll be online in the boot camp doing what we got to do, learning what we got to learn, earning some stuff, doing some things. And then when we meet up, we'll be able to celebrate victories. We'll be able to celebrate some earnings and things of that nature. So yeah, man, if you're ready to level up, if you're ready to make AI movies, if you're ready to learn agentic AI, if you're ready to learn how to storyboard, if you want to learn stocks, if you want to learn trades, if you want to learn all of these things from a master, Brother Heru will be in the building to teach you. If you want to learn AI filmmaking, commercials, marketing, anything in the world of content creation, Original Black God is going to walk you through it. If you want to learn Anthropic Claude, if you want to learn Hermes Agent, if you want to learn Clawbot, I will be in the building and I will be teaching that exclusively 12 to 8 for 3 days, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. We are locking in. We are going in 8 hours every day. Be in the building. We look forward to seeing you. That's going to be this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the end of the month. Facts. 72 Claws, Miami. Peace. Yeah, you ready to do your life stories or mine? Y'all know me. Y'all know I've been adamant about telling my life story. That's like one of my quote unquote what they would call, it's on my bucket list. You know what I'm talking about? I can't leave this planet until I get at least 3 or 4 of the stories out. You know what I'm talking about? So many stories have to be told. And now we're finally able to do it. I'm so elated. I'm so giddy. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, peace, love, and light. All right, we're going to get you up out of here with Theta Waves on the outro. And we will catch up with you tomorrow. Techno Bowl IRL. Peace.
Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sing 3-pointers, money shots, all net, all vets. Bumps we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop, dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept a storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting on magnetic fields. And interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube. And fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree. In the wilderness of North Mex, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson. The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums, like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers, fabric softener. Jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch Storch type. For that soft white, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, they're scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Bless.
Crumb TV.